Hello, hello, hello. How you guys and gals and everything in between? How you doing? And welcome to my Safe Gayven. Thank you guys for joining me for another live stream here on the BlackGayComicGeek channel. If you cannot tell from the title of this episode, we will be talking Black Widow. We will be going full on spoilers. So hopefully if you are watching this live or you come back for the replay, you saw Black Widow, because we on blow our entire load with everything that we thought about this movie. And even though this is a live conversation, I'm going to be joined by some lovely people in a minute. This is a conversation. So I want you guys in the chat leaving your comments, leaving your thoughts. What did you think about this movie? What does this rank in terms of your thoughts on the MCU movies, solo movies, sequels, all of that? So let's have the conversation. Let's keep it going. But let's jump right into it, because I do not like to do these lives alone. I'm always joined by some very special guests, and I always appreciate each and every one of these people that decide to come on and have this conversation with me. So let's get this thing going. This person right here, it's always hard to get her on the stream. I gotta do a Oprah booking, because she ain't never available. Whether she traveling to Puerto Rico, she going to Thailand, she freaking buying her own yacht, getting her Jeff Bezos on. But I'm glad that I was able to get her on the stream today. So let's bring on, you know her, you love her, you always ask where she at. Let's bring on fantastic Frankey to the stream.
Yeah, y'all, please.
Applause.
Please, y'all, do not spread that. I do not own a yacht.
Nah, if you follow her, all her social media links are in the description below. You follow her on Instagram. She had her own yacht. I was like, dang.
I was on somebody else's yacht, with somebody's son, like you supposed to be, okay? Oh, somebody said Team Frankey. Thank you.
You got love up in here. Team Frankey.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm glad, because I would have roasted y'all if there were no women on this conversation. So I'm glad I can be that.
I had to have. I mean, I'll be trying to get you on all the time, even when it's not like a. But you be like,
talk to Sharonda.
I can't talk to Mike. Like he too gay for
Obviously,
me.
I thought you knew I was a raging homophobe. You gotta talk to Sharonda, yo. That's my baby mama. She the one.
Yeah, I love Sharonda. Shout out to Pay Her Weight. But yeah, Frankie, if you want to plug yourself real quick, because usually everybody comes in here. It's their first live stream, so.
Yes, welcome. My name is Fantastic Frankey. I'm a content creator and influencer. I love to just talk about anything, comics, anime, anything you feel like you would have been teased about in high school. I like to cover and talk a lot of crap about it. So if you're not too sensitive, and even if you are, and you want to debate, pull up at Fantastic Frankey, FRANKEY. Unless you're on Twitter, you can find me at Fanboy Fighter.
All right. Like I said, guys, all the links for the guests are going to be in their social media are going to be in the description box below. So check everybody out on this stream. So next person I'm going to introduce. I mean, y'all already know who he is at this point. Like we always make the joke. Like he's at the point where he could just go in the fridge. Like, he comes over. Like, let me get something to eat. Just go in the fridge. Like, you know where the food at this point. Met the family. Like, you already comfortable. So we're going to bring on Ron, as most of y'all know. So introduce.
It's like get a point where you don't even clean up when I'm coming over. Like, you ain't nobody.
Yeah, I ain't you. Not clean. Yeah. It's crumbs of food on the ice cream on the bed. Crumbs
and nobody cleans up. I appreciate you though, because I think the last time we was on, you said I was a dear friend, and today you said I was lovely. We need to talk about each other more like that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, we always gotta
black people don't we don't talk about each other enough like that. Yeah.
I mean, I used to be that way. Like my brother would always say, like, I love you on the phone. I'll be like, me too. And he'd be like, why don't you ever say I love you back? I was like, I never noticed, but like ever since then, I try to be more, affectionate. Even like I said, I love you to my father on the phone the other day. He was like, thanks, dear. I was like, you're not gonna say it back? He was like, I did. I said, thanks, dear. I said, that's not
dear though.
I'm like, that's not the same thing. He's like, "Yeah, you being a woman." I'm like, "See, this the problem."
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
Why y'all
problem right there.
forcing? Why are you forcing them?
He's
to
from a different
say
era.
they
He's
love
from a
you
different
back?
era. He's
Yeah,
just
he
different from
is.
a different era too. It's hard to change those people.
Why you gotta force them? You don't gotta say I love you back when every time someone says they love you.
Oh, you saying that because you're a heartbreaker?
Yeah,
No,
I was like,
no,
"Come on."
it's not even.
Yeah, because I was like, "Wait a minute, yes, you do."
No, I'm saying
Yeah,
like
he's
it's
saying that,
like
yeah.
if
'Cause
someone says you look great, you can also say just thank you. You don't have to look them up and down and find a reason to compliment them back. If someone says you love them, they love you, and they're like, "Wow, that means a lot. Thank you." And then later you could
Nah,
say it on
you already say that to motherfuckers. You don't have the same emotional. Yeah.
She's saying that because they watching.
Yeah.
You're like, they're like, Frankey, why don't you? I'm like, relax.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. But anyway, let's introduce the next guest, another person that I've had on the show a couple times. He was a surprise guest one time, just pulled up, and I was like, James, and the stream got happy. They was like, yes, James, for destroying that negativity that Ron and I were bringing for episodes. People were mad that we were talking bad about Loki. I'm like, come on now, y'all just saying that because he likes it. But yeah, so let's bring him on. We had him. I appreciate James for being on my very first live stream here on Lovecraft Country. Him and Frankey. So yeah, let's bring him on. James, how's it going?
Yeah, first off, I'd like to say I humbly love everybody on this panel. Just wanted to get that out of the way. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I hope your days are going well.
Wow.
See,
wow.
Frankey, the only heartbreaker up in here. Like,
I said, dang. Now, see, but are you going to feel like it's genuine if I tell you I love you right now, or y'all going to be like you saying it? Yeah.
No. Especially after that, all that, like,
now y'all gotta wait. I'll hit y'all up in the chat later. Like, yo, I fool with y'all. But they know. James know too. We do a bunch of panels together. I trust him as a colleague and a friend, and I've been waiting to get his secret potion so I can live forever.
Oh yeah, James is 82. For y'all don't know.
Yeah, I found the Lazarus pit back with my main man Don Quixote. You know, we found the Fountain of Youth back in the early 1400s. So you know, it's been a good run.
I need to get on that. Like, you need to monetize that, like Grandmaster FAQs Fountain of Youth.
Yo, if you think, Mike, you think you got the Fountain of Youth, your hair will grow back?
Wait a minute.
I mean, I thought we were talking about love. I thought we were talking about love. How did we get here? I was about to say,
you hit me right in the heart right there.
I'm from Brooklyn.
But Ron, the fact that you're that comfortable,
I'm gonna get
okay. Not knowing
the only ball man on the
line.
panel. The only ball man on the panel. You had to do that.
Right now, I'm about to go upstairs and get my mother wig now for this whole string. The whole shit. See, that's how you know we love each other.
Dang.
Like,
Ron don't know how long he got that hairline for. So
I don't.
You don't. That's a wild
move. Just because you said it. Tomorrow morning he gonna wake up. It's gonna that George Jefferson's gonna start.
Yeah, that's the worst. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tag you too.
And I'll be like, remember when? Mm-hmm. Now, motherfucker. Now you know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. James, did you introduce yourself? Introduce yourself.
Right.
James, GrandmasterFAQs voice, creator of the Facts Project, also a co-host of the Party Nerds podcast, which will be coming back online for its 5th season in about a month. So happy to be here, my man Mike. We've been doing this for a minute. About to knock this out again.
All right. You see how they're doing big things. 5th season. Congratulations!
Yeah,
Congratulations!
Man. That's what I'm saying. We've been doing as long as you and the Blur Vision.
Wow.
Yeah. So, guys, really quick, if you guys thank you so much. I see we got 16 people in the chat. If you could do me a favor and hit that like button to help with the YouTube algorithm and everything like that. But real quick before we start, T Savage 18. Hey, how you doing? I see you in the chat. Geeky Fresh Foster Jr. We live. I see you.
That's family right there.
Yeah, I know. Gary, yeah. Narius 21. Hey, thank you so much for joining. AK Watch. I see you. It could have been better. Should have come out before Thor. We're gonna talk
before we even.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Before the timeline.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, Thor. Like, dang. Ijoli Johnson. Hey, how's it going? Miss Green Jeans has left the building. I love that name. Team Frankey. So you
always
see, you got Frank.
Yeah. No, it's because when I was on Pay or Wait, Sharana was talking crazy about Loki, and I said, "Yo, this last episode is going to be incredible," and I hyped it all up so that it became Team Frankey. Like, if the show is good, I get propers. If this episode is good, but if it's like the rest of them, then I'm gonna have to get
sometimes I always feel bad guesting on another channel, especially if the episode like for episode 3. Yeah. I was on Movie File and I was like, oh, this like I felt.
That's why
bad.
I made sure I chimed in, man. Yeah. I'm sure y'all was shitting on it.
You get introduced to a new audience and you're like, I hate like this episode.
That's me all the time though. So.
But speaking of which, look at the Elliot. Hey, how's it going? Movie Files. See him in the chat. If you guys are not following Elliot over at Movie Files, do yourself a favor and join Elliot and follow his channel. This guy's great. I call him like the Nick Fury of YouTube. He gets so many people and guests on his show that I'm just like, how do you even get these people? Like, how do you know these people? How do you approach these people? Because I be getting nervous sometimes.
Slide in the DMs, yo.
That's it. DMs.
Yeah. But sometimes people don't be responding. But Elliot, yeah, I appreciate you for joining. So yeah, all of you guys, or even because I see 17 people. If you haven't left a comment, leave a comment. I want to hear from you guys. Like I said, this is a conversation. So yeah, keep the conversation going. So yeah, let's jump into Black Widow. Frankey, starting with you. Give your general thoughts of what you thought about the movie.
Yo, I thought it was good. I hated how long we waited, and it was clear that it was meant to get dropped in 2016. So there was that. I thought the final act was a totally different movie. I was calling it like Fast and the Furious Widow. Because it just got really ridiculous. And I know it's a comic book movie, but the whole point of Black Widow is it's rooted in realism in the way that like Captain America is. And it just made me think about like Yasuke, the anime, the black anime. I just saw a bunch of men in the room being like, so what? It's just gonna be women fighting? No. we gotta make this ridiculous. But yeah, if I had to rate it, I'd give it like 3.5 Frankie Flames out of 5. I enjoyed it.
I thought you were about to say out of 10. I was about to be like, damn.
You like, damn. Y'all know I do 5 flames. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I would watch it again, especially probably not the ending, but I would watch most of the movie again. And we can dissect. Of course, we're gonna dissect what I liked and what I didn't like. But overall, like, if somebody's like, should I watch it? I'd be like, sure.
Do you think they should? Okay, you said they should watch it. Do you think they should pay the $30 on Disney Plus?
No. Go to the movies or what? You know what I'm saying? Go hit a matinee because now it's cheaper to do a matinee than it is to watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think AMC still are they still doing the $5 Tuesdays?
Mm-hmm.
$5? $5?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's a Jersey. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that's a Jersey thing.
I ain't no Jersey thing. What you talking? That's your
maybe I made it up. I thought they had $5 Tuesdays.
It's $12 if you're in the city, and you get the movie before 3 p.m. Wow, so man. I think it's worth $12.
Should be outside.
Wow. I just feel like my character has been. I've been here 17 minutes. So whatever. But yes, I think it's worth. It doesn't change anything in the MCU. I will say that. But I think it's worth the watch. Right. I love good action. It has great action. The actors are all incredible in it. Everybody understood the assignment, except for Taskmaster.
Stop.
You know, y'all, we'll get into it. But yeah, okay. Last thing I'll say about that. I cannot believe they cast like The Rock to be the double for Taskmaster. And we'll talk about that later. I could not believe how big that body double was. I was tight, but all right. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all gotta say.
Right.
James, going to you next. What did you?
I would, for the most part, give it like a solid 8 out of 10. I do a 10-point system here, Frankie. Mainly because of the continuity that happened where the post-credit scene came up.
Oh, post credits was fire.
Post credits.
Loved it.
And note, if you do not have Disney Plus, the post credit scene means nothing to you. So
Yeah,
that inevitably led me into thinking, okay, the movie as a whole was dope because of like I'm pretty much retracting because it was after Civil War. So we kind of like this whole point of view from Natasha in hiding for that little bit of time, even though I feel like she didn't have an objective. All she did was just go back there to handle some old ass business. And just know, Loki pointed this out to her in the first Avengers movie. Where he basically said, you have a lot of red on your hands. And then he said Draco's daughter.
Yeah.
He said that in the first Avengers movie to Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, it was in the script already, but it was like, okay, this makes sense. Now can we move forward? And then when we got to the post-credit scene, the ending, I'm the same with you. But the post-credit scene, I was like, okay, now the continuity's starting to happen. This shit's gonna click.
all right. Ron, would you
I'm like in a small minority here, and usually like people think I'm a hater, but I kind of love this movie.
I love
Right.
5 out
We
of
didn't say
5.
we hated it.
We didn't say we hated it. We said we liked it.
I didn't say 5 out of 5. Like I grade on a letter system. I would give it a A-.
A letter system? I don't even know you. We're nerds. We like math. Get your numbers up. Oh, you get tight.
I gave it an A-.
What does an A- mean?
An A- is probably like a 9.2.
That shit
A
was fire, but it was
9.2.
small flame.
So you're saying you put it above Ant-Man, you put it above
Both Ant-Mans.
both Ant-Mans, both the
I love the
Thors.
first Ant-Man, by the way.
Both the Thors? I think I put it above. I put both Ragnarok. Really?
Oh, the first two Thors?
Ragnarok?
Yes. No, first two Thors.
No, all the Thors.
Even Ragnarok?
Wait a minute. We gonna talk about this.
I think Ragnarok is overrated, and as a comic book fan, Ragnarok hurt me because they stole a Hulk story and turned it into a half-assed Thor story.
Did.
All right, so Ragnarok, whatever. It's better than a lot of movies. It's good.
I want to agree with you, Ron. I'm sorry, I had to mute myself so I wouldn't interrupt. But that's outrageous. That's outrageous.
I know people want to think that,
Objectively
but let me tell you why though. Like you said, all the actors showed out, especially the lady
Florence
that played
Pugh.
Yelena, Florence Pugh. Yeah, she showed out. Like she was hilarious throughout the entire film.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody who grew up with a sibling, like the banter before with her and Black Widow was amazing. The action scenes were like sometimes over the top, but they were great. The scenes with them two fighting were great. And I think nobody has mentioned, like when I talk about the movie, nobody's mentioned like the message of the movie. Like it was about
child sex trafficking.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna dissect that because I need to. I realize
it was done
all the men's,
and it was done really well.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm going to talk to all the men's about this because the way that they approached the storyline was cartoonish and wrong, and it was clear that it was all men.
They were nonchalantly on the helicopter talking about their
I had a problem.
Human reproductive organs getting ripped.
Yeah, I had a problem with that.
No, not that.
No, can I talk though? People who have abuse, I'm including myself. The way a lot of times the way we get past stuff like that is by joking about it.
That's what
especially
I'm saying.
Black people.
I agree.
We joke about stuff.
It wasn't that.
What do you mean? Like,
it's not that I had an issue with, and we'll talk about it later. But definitely, the script is written by men, and it's clear with the choices that it was men that wrote it and the way that the route they took. I agree with the joke thing, like with Yelena. I felt like it was taking their power back. And we're gonna talk because the way that you guys are gonna interpret it is gonna be
and that conversation was they had that conversation in a way that will make the man uncomfortable. Like it wasn't for him.
That was one of the scenes that I thought was true, but the rest we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. But continue.
And I mean, and that's a storyline from the comic with Yelena and the Black Widows and the the trafficking and all that stuff. That was comic accurate, and I'm a big stickler for that. So please,
Mike, highlight AK Watch.
And then one more thing. I don't know if I liked it or I did. I don't know if I liked it or I didn't like it, but the end, that scene. I'm not going to say whatever happened, but they made Black Widow like a hero. Like one of my favorite MCU movies is Spider-Man: Homecoming. because he saved, the villain at the end, and that is such a Spider-Man thing. I think it makes it better than most of the Spider-Man movies.
Agreed.
Right.
It's a Spider-Man thing, and she kind of went the same route, and that was kind of like redemption for her. And I felt that.
She did not. She did it out of guilt. She was like, "Damn, I clapped this child,
That's
and now
redemption.
she's a slave, and now let me, no matter
But she
what."
herself was a slave. What do you mean?
This is we gonna talk. You gonna talk?
As you can see, guys, this conversation about to be lit.
But AK, just keep that line highlighted till we get on it. Because when he said it, I audibly yelled, "What?" in the theater. Everybody looked at me. I'm on the Upper West Side. I was like, "What?" Oh my God, I was tight. Imagine, because replace that line with using the only resource the world has too much of, Black people. Imagine he said that. How would y'all feel?
I mean, that's how they feel. That's a villain. Why do you like Django? Why is Leonardo DiCaprio such a good villain in Django? Because he's real.
Does he say a line like this?
Or
does he infer lines like this?
Say something to you that's going to.
What more can you say than that?
There are ways that you do it without saying it.
I haven't seen Django, so
I think you don't want to see the real villains. Like, that's how they talk. Like,
we're gonna talk in a second. This was cartoon villain, okay? Black Widow is not cartoon villain, okay? She got dark, real storylines. Imagine, would this line be in The Punisher?
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah.
This? Worded like this?
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all get me tight. Y'all get me so tight.
Real quick, I looked it up. The story is by Jack Schaefer, who she was the one that did WandaVision, but the actual screenplay was written by Eric Pearson.
It was directed by a woman?
White man.
Yeah, and the movie was directed by her name is Kate Shortland.
The movie was directed by a woman.
The director and the writer are two different things.
Director has more control.
Not over the script.
Directors ruin movies. They change the whole
for movies, directors have more control. Yeah.
But that's why the movie is good, because the director is good, and she still had to put in ass shots in there. Let's not pretend there was no ass shots in there.
Yeah, there
was. You can't. There's but so much she can get away with in a world like this. If she's surrounded by men, she can do but her best. Imagine as a Black guy, you directing a Black movie, and it's all white people around there, and they're like, "Yeah, make sure he's listening to hip hop."
Now I'm recording everything, and I'm listening to them, and then when it's time for me to quit and sue them, I'm gonna play the tape back. Like, yeah, this is what they wanted me to do.
And then you'll never make a big movie again.
I'll never make a big movie with white people again. I'll crowdfund it with my people. You know what I mean?
Well, Frankie got tired. I can see that. This reminded me of Hunter B-15 when Ravona came up in there, and she was like, "You being disloyal to the TVA." Frankie's Hunter B-15 right now. Disloyal to who?
That was my favorite part of the entire Loki series. I haven't even seen the finale when she said, "To who?" I said, "Thank you, woo me."
That's Frankie right now. But to give my quick thoughts on Black Widow, I think I'm a little bit between all of y'all. Like, for this to be a Black Widow movie, I don't think they did that good of a job, in the sense of most of the emotional beats went to Yelena. Everything about this movie that we got from Yelena, she seemed like she was the main character. Like, we learned about her life. She got like all the emotional investment.
But Natasha. That's what I'm saying. Natasha dead, yo. She dead.
No, that I get.
I got what I needed from her in Endgame.
This is supposed to be her movie. Like, we should have learned something.
Was it?
I feel really bad because I brought that energy where it doesn't need to be. We need to.
If the MCU was about continuance, and Yelena is supposedly the next coming of the Black Widow,
exactly legacy characters.
It's pretty much legacy characters. So the thing is, who's been in it longer than Yelena? Yelena was still in towards the beginning of the movie. She was already like stuck in the Red Room, posing as the Widows herself, way longer than Natasha has. Natasha broke out a long time ago. So that whole story of her, Hawkeye, Budapest, way in the past. We already know about that. So it's like, okay, with the MCU, we're in phase 4. So we gotta start like building up a lot more of these characters. That's why all the memes and all the gifts that are happening right now with Black Widow, it's all Yelena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying Yelena shouldn't have got.
You saying it's not a Black Widow movie because it's Yelena? Yelena's the Black Widow now.
But I'm saying because they're trying to go give Natasha her, this is your go out movie. I feel like she didn't really get enough. Like,
I think she did because, like I said earlier, she had like a redemption arc at the end. She kind of became a hero.
Yeah, that was a terrible.
Yeah, because to me, the whole it seemed like the whole purpose of this movie was to like explain where she got a vest from. That's basically what the origin.
It's crazy. I
didn't even notice that vest. No one even said anything about her vest in those two movies. So we did. No, but I'm saying none of the characters talked about the vest.
Okay. But even like in Infinity War, nobody's like, oh yeah, I wonder where she got that vest from. So
nobody.
I mean, I just said like, yo, that's not a Black Widow costume. What is she doing? And then I saw the toy line with Yelena on it, and I was like, oh, she must get it from her. So I kind of knew that.
No, but it's not about the vest. It's about them creating stories and trying to rush it. Like he said, like you're talking about redemption. Who the hell Loki said 5 names when he was talking to her in the first Avengers 12 years ago. So like I didn't care about that redemption arc. I was like, that redemption arc should have been with someone that we saw her hurt and had repeatedly seen her hurt, and then she fixed. Like really with Yelena, she really didn't redeem. She was talking crazy to Yelena the whole time. And we're going to talk about that.
That's how
gaslighting her.
He apologized at the end, and she saved her life.
She saved her life?
Yes.
No, she didn't. Oh, she put her parachute. She put her parachute on her.
Yes, that's a double save.
Parachute, yeah,
that's a double save.
That's not saving nobody's life. Don't breathe like that.
She did save her life, but y'all.
But y'all, you see, I saved your life, but you a bitch.
Die.
Like, come on.
Yeah, we gonna talk.
But yeah, see, exactly. This movie was an origin for the vet, and that's kind of how. But
that vest, I thought the vest was big.
But in terms of like a movie in and of itself, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a fun movie.
I liked it. And then I thought it was a fun ride. The next morning, I thought about the movie and said, "Yo, I want to watch it again."
Yeah, like
that's how I knew I liked it.
Honestly, I think this is one of the best MCU origin movies. Now, notice what I said: origin movie. So I'm not talking about Winter Soldier. I'm not talking about Civil War. I'm not talking about Infinity War. But like.
First
Thor,
Avenger,
this is better than the first Thor. This is better than the Captain Marvel. This is better than
Agreed.
This is better than the Incredible Hulk and everything like that. But
just not Iron Man.
No,
what's better than Iron Man? I didn't say it was better than Iron Man.
No, I'm just saying. I was agreeing. See,
you see how he feeling? He got his ankles out. He's feeling attacked.
Let's take a second. Let's namaste and let's recenter because I feel the heat and it's my fault.
He's like, I didn't say that. I was like,
because I threw my papers in the air, and then that's
you know how people do. They try to say, "Oh, he said it's better than this." I ain't say all that. I said it was.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I was continuing what Mike said. Mike said it was better than everything. I think it's better than everything, with the exception of Ant-Man and Iron Man 1.
I'm like, Ron's one of those people. You know how when you smoke weed or you take an edible and it's all paranoid, like, are they watching me? Like, that's
what you put in this edible.
Yeah,
what you trying to do to me?
But what was I about to say? Oh yeah, but in terms of like the villain and what they did with Taskmaster, like I was disappointed.
I expected that,
and I feel like
I expected that too.
I expected it,
but still, like, not. And I'm not even just talking about like who the Taskmaster was. I'm just talking about the depiction, and then even the main villain. I feel like we're in phase 4 at this point. We should be past this point of like getting these movies, and then the villains are not memorable.
And it's like you should know from the MCU. It's slow builds for the first like 4 movies. So this movie, Eternals, and who knows what's the next one after the Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Slow build up. By the time Spider-Man hits, boom, we're gonna be taking off. $1 billion. You know what's gonna happen.
But it shouldn't even be like that. Like, especially in phase 4. Like, they've been doing this for 10 plus years. Like,
I mean, the way they did Taskmaster, I think Taskmaster's gonna stick around. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
No,
okay. I don't think so.
Let's talk about the issue I had with the theme. Okay, all 3 of y'all have to listen, and I'm pulling girl rank here because y'all will not understand this theme the way I understood it, the way my female counterparts understood it. Okay. All right. Now, the biggest issue I had with the whole plot was that it was this magical serum that woke up the widows, right? versus like something like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where it was psychological warfare on this man's head that they used to do it, right? So part of that is saying like it would have been way more impactful and truthful if this was all psychological warfare and them being part of the patriarchy, because what they did was they made it a parody of itself, right? Imagine if Yelena saw Black Widow, right, stick up for herself, become an Avenger, and she was like, I need to leave the Red Room. This is not right. And then like she mentally wakes up and then has to convince other Black Widows that they have the power to leave. It would have been more or less the same storyline, but it would have had a different impact in the way that Captain America had to use Talk No Jitsu on his boy, and he sent in the Black, he had to do that, right? And then he sent his boy to the Blacks. The Black women loved him up and broke that cycle, right? Yeah. That is the story I wanted to see here. And it was the whole point of Black Widow. Y'all all know the thing that makes Black Widow as a character incredible, right? Is that whenever some wild, I'm almost cursed, sorry. Whenever some wild stuff happens and people are wilding, right? Natasha rolls up and she's like, oh, nah, this is not what I'm here for. I'm a spy, right? And Secret Invasion, right? They all trying to figure out, where's Reed Richards? How do we figure out blah, 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 right? Scarlet says, we're going to just shoot them. If they bleed green, then okay. Y'all trying to do all this magic and stuff like that. The only thing I know is these hands, okay? And how I'm not here for that. And that is the character I wanted to see. So like, just to see that. And then also, like I mentioned before with the Yasuke thing, I'm sorry, before I even get there, Taskmaster, right? Yes, I knew that Taskmaster was going to be the daughter. It's obvious. Anybody who's seen anything, read any book, knows that they were foreshadowing Taskmaster was going to be his daughter. Mm-hmm. I would have very much preferred that Taskmaster was like that because somebody tried to clap her at 8. Not that she was brainwashed by her daddy. Oh. Imagine how she's trying to convince her, and she's like, why are you talking to me? You blew me up at 8. You don't have no morals. You think you're better than me?
I was going to say that. That's one of my problems. That's one of my problems with Taskmaster. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but like Frankie, going into what you're saying, like, yeah, I did have a problem with like the red jizz that they throwing on all these women. Like,
I was like, it was like they're like, so what? The women are just
because that's what it seemed like
to men.
Just throw the red jizz on the
because then it also lessens the lesson there, right? It's like it's taking away from the fact that people are doing ugly things in this world, and it's no magic mind control. Well, that was why Winter Soldier was fired, right?
I see what you're saying, because most of the conflicts that happen in the Captain America series, even into the Disney Plus series, were more so conflicts because of how the world was changing. Exactly. So that's why it was like psychological warfare, because of the things that were happening on this side of the world as opposed to on this side of the world. Exactly. This just happened to be some shit that they made chemically in order to control people.
And they also didn't even explain where it came from.
I mean,
Ron, go. I see you want to get your raising your hand.
I've been waiting because I didn't want to interrupt the Black woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, that was right. I had to get it out.
They was jumping in. I was raising my hand.
But you was coming with heat. They were adding on. Okay. Last thing though, I will say about that before you say your piece. Imagine if Yelena, right, shanks her free. She said, I shanked the woman who liberated me, right? Imagine she shanked her, okay, looked into the files that woman heard and was like, what we're doing is wrong. You get what I'm saying? If she read something or the woman said something to her that changed her mind as she shanked her, because that's one of the most brutal scenes I've ever seen in the MCU. And that she brutally murdered her. So imagine she saw something and was like, why am I doing this? Versus like, oh no, I'm wrong. I was a prisoner. What? Y'all, Yasuke. It's Yasuke syndrome. That's what that is. But go ahead.
I think that's already Natasha's story, and it doesn't have to be done again. Like,
but we haven't seen Natasha's story.
She used to do bad things, and she changed her mind about it. Like, she woke up. I think this is just a different story.
But when did you see that? Huh? When?
And that's my point of going, like, they a lot of stuff that they should have, they didn't do it in this movie.
Yeah, they didn't. We could have got more of that. I mean, she talked about
and not only just that, but like, because I feel like if they were gonna go that route, like an interesting, like I said, I did enjoy this movie, but overall, like if they were, and I also don't want us to like, just all just talk negative because since I said I did enjoy it,
because we all like the fucking movie.
We liked it,
but the thing that they could have did with this movie, like, especially considering like a lot of the parallels in this movie were from like straight from Winter Soldier, pretty much, and like
they
I feel
mentioned
like
the Winter Soldier program in the movie.
It did.
huh?
They mentioned
they
the Winter
did.
Soldier program.
I don't remember.
They mentioned it.
All right, I gotta go back.
You saying he
again.
mentioned it like for these girls?
No, they said like the Winter Soldier program. They were talking about
But it was
But
more intense, right? It was full on brainwashing.
Yeah, Winter Soldier program is way more brainwashing. This is like,
Well, yeah, but that's what I was gonna say.
This is like in the future. This is way beyond. The Winter Soldier program was hundreds of years ago.
You don't think they updated?
Yeah, they updated. So now they got that mist that y'all hate. So
no, but I'm saying is, if that mist that we hate, right?
Mhm.
Why wouldn't they be like, yo, we need to update what's going on with Winter Soldier? Because right now we just did regular shit. If he meet his homeboy, it's over. You get what I'm saying? Why would they not update their program for their most valuable asset?
And that's what I was gonna say. Considering this is a Winter
they did
Soldier
update it
parallel,
with chemicals. I don't get what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Well, look,
said what?
Somebody in the chat just agreed with Ron and basically said that they mentioned it when they were talking to Melina.
I just said they mentioned it in the movie.
Oh, we'll talk about the Winter Soldier in a second too, because Soviet is cooking. I gotta say that we was out here. Soviet was cooking with these soldiers. I love it.
One thing I don't know is does the MCU Black Widow have like a super soldier serum or the Infinity Formula or anything like that?
You would think.
You would think.
You would think
she did.
From her flipping over a helicopter mid-air.
The Huracan Rana.
Yeah.
Everybody.
My favorite scenes in the film, when she hurried around the Taskmaster and he hurried around right back.
Yeah, right back.
As an old school wrestling fan.
Right. Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah.
And every other luchador
X-Pac from Degeneration X. That's what that reminded me of. But speaking of like the whole, like we got the family here on YouTube. What did you guys think of this family dynamic? That basically proved Natasha was a liar in Avengers Endgame, where she was like, I never had a family. This family in Avengers, and then meanwhile,
no, well, she didn't, right? She lived with them for 3 years, and she said it then. She said this was never real. So, like in the opening scene,
when the movie ended, they ended on a good note.
She claimed Yelena at the end. Nobody else. She claimed Yelena at the end.
At the end, but nobody else.
That's still her family.
But the guy who played her father, sold her into servitude. The woman who played her mother was testing on her and her sister. Yelena was the only one who was truly her family, and she had not seen her for 21 years. None of them she hadn't seen for over 20 years. I would be like, I got no family neither. She's right. I don't think that was like
And wrong. The first time she met Yelena, she thought she was already like back in that mode and just got into a squabble with her in the kitchen.
That was my favorite scene of the entire movie.
That was dope. That action scene was dope.
I felt
the action scenes in the movie were dope. I don't know why you're saying they're over the top. They were really great.
No, besides the fact
last. Okay. Besides that fact that they always use the shaky cam for Scarlett Johansson because I don't think she got no hands. She never
that's because her stunt double is massive, and if they don't do the shaky cam, you gonna notice. Okay, but I think that scene, like at first it's like playful, and then Yelena pulls the blick to stick her, and then it gets serious, and like. I love the thought of, which is part of why Black Widow is dangerous, is anything is a weapon on the John Wick, right? So they start grabbing curtains. I was like, this is a well done scene.
Yeah, that was a brutal scene.
I wanted the whole movie to be that type of fighting. Like even Samu Ryder, she was talking about how she was in it. I was like, oh yeah, they about to have karate in here.
Yeah, she was in like one scene. I was
upset. I was upset.
I gotta highlight this comment by AK Watch because this is something I felt too when I saw this. But hold up, why didn't it highlighting? There we go. No serum, which they really should have gave her. This chick fell 6 stories, banging her ribs on every beam on the way down, but still landed on her feet. I was like,
Taskmaster donkey kicked her in the air, and she fell off of a bridge.
Yeah.
Didn't break anything?
Nothing.
Nobody said it wasn't broken.
Yeah, she did when she got up and walked.
Yeah, well, the way she was walking,
Did she cross her legs?
I'm a comic
Did she
book
cross
head
her legs
and,
like this when she
characters
dropped
like-
into the
characters
water?
Like I'm giving them too many excuses, but characters like Black Widow and Daredevil like have like the ability to like numb their pain senses, like
yeah, but that's because Black Widow has the affinity. She has the affinity formula.
Daredevil doesn't. Daredevil doesn't.
Pain
He goes through the same thing.
She can't unbreak her shit.
But Daredevil has different. He has senses that no human has, like regular human. So,
and they never, and you guys have to remember, because we take our comic book knowledge and we insert it here. Unless it's been explicitly said or mentioned, we have to assume that it doesn't exist in this universe. This is an entirely different universe than one we know. So this Black Widow, right? She said ow when she got hurt, right? So she clearly feels things. There's no way, pain sensor or not, can you get dropped off of a bridge and not dislocate your hips. Okay, and she swam to shore and walked off.
She didn't even have like a cut on her cheak. Like
she know how to fall.
Yeah, we were just talking about diving today. We were just talking about diving today. I jumped off 30 feet. I fell just a little bit. My whole leg was bruised because I wasn't straight. Your whole leg. I was like, I'm gonna die. This is it for me.
Out here trying to be Greg Louganis and shit.
But for this question, I think the answer is yes. But did Taskmaster have enhanced strength in that suit too? Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, because he had to, because he was going toe to toe with Red Guardian. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, she.
Yes, the fact that she went head to head with Red Guardian proves the fact that it was enhanced.
Yeah, the suit was like they gassed us with the suit, like
Yeah,
and like we knew it was a door in the suit, but the double was like husky.
I couldn't. Like the Rock, the double was the Rock.
Even when she took her helmet off, like her head looked like the CGI. It looked like Bruce Banner in Infinity War when he was in the Hulkbuster. And that's terrible looking CGI.
Yeah. No, I also feel that there were scenes that I saw in the previews that I didn't see in the movie.
They always do that. They always
do that. But the fact that they were like Taskmaster, I don't remember seeing like the Black Panther clothes. I know I remember seeing like Spider-Man flip.
No, I remember that from the trailer.
Can I also say that they did a nod to Black Panther, and nowhere in there did I see in loving memory a Chadwick Boseman. I waited till the end. And I was hyped because I was like, if anyone else died, okay, it would have been at the beginning. The beginning credits would have been a bunch of Chadwick. If it was Thor, it would have been all of Thor's scenes in the beginning, and at the ending they would have.
That is a good point, especially since this is the first movie, because they did it.
I think the first movie since
it's the first movie
since he died.
Yep.
So I was like, you reference him twice and you couldn't speak his name at the end. You couldn't type something, but you can put Geronimo Bo was the third assistant to such and such. You had time to write that? Okay. I'm sorry.
I think they did they do that? Did they do it in like WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier?
No.
They did do it in WandaVision.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in.
That was the first thing after, though.
He didn't even meet Wanda. He said zero lines to her.
And like, don't try to pick Marvel like they didn't do it, because I bought comics and Chadwick Boseman's name was.
Yeah, they did. They did it in the comics too.
Yeah,
like they put his. Yeah.
In the comic, y'all not hearing me. This movie should have had it. You threw it in. I'm saying is if Thor died.
But no, I agree with that. This is the first movie.
Yeah.
Ron is soft today, yo.
It's a wider audience.
Ron is. I ain't never seen Ron this light. Yo, I don't even know who you are. Oh my god.
Yo, it was already in the first thing after, yo.
That's why I love this. That's why I love this. That's why I love this conversation. So
Ron got Dome in the theater. That's why he liked the movie so much.
But like I said, that's why I love this conversation. But if you guys love this, I see we got 33 people on the stream. Thank you for joining me. We got people joining on Facebook. I can't. It don't tell me if I got people on Twitch. But if you can do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button for the stream. It'll help with the YouTube algorithm and everything like that. Continue on with the conversation, James. What you about to say?
No, I was saying I can see what he's saying, but even though the movie was made probably like a couple years ago, the production was already done. You can edit in that last little frame. It's a wider audience. It's in theaters for the first time since COVID.
Even the post-credit scene, I have a feeling that was added after.
Obviously.
Absolutely. If they can add that post-credit scene, they can add a little in memoriam type shit.
Yeah.
2 seconds, flash screen.
All right.
Inject. We all edit.
Yeah, that wouldn't cost. That wouldn't cost any money to do.
No,
they could have did it on iMovie last minute. Y'all get me.
Back to Taskmaster though. Like I know y'all, like a lot of y'all hate the fact that what who Taskmaster was and all of that. But
Not I.
I think it says a lot that man, like, he's so sexist, so this, so that he would do that to his own daughter. You know what I mean?
I didn't hate who she was. I hated
how they did it.
Know how they did it. We all know. Like I said, I really wish it was with her own film. Like, he convinced her. Like, yeah, he treated her like an asset, but also her being like, you're right, I'm going to perpetuate this, would have been what I wanted. But also, they set it up in a way that now Taskmaster doesn't want to fight anymore and probably won't fight anymore. So to introduce such a big, I would have preferred that she had to fight a bunch of widows over. Why introduce Taskmaster so unceremonious, whatever.
I know what you meant.
I got what you meant. I got what you meant.
Because it's not like Killmonger, and even with, I had issues with the way he was introduced and his storyline, but it's not like Killmonger where he came in, you knew what he was about, you understood what his intentions were, and when he died on his own terms, and if he died, God knows what Namor is doing with him in the water. But you get what I'm saying? Like, that made me feel like, okay, this is a good villain. But with this, I felt like they did. I was like, is this the Flash taking a huge villain and making them like a villain of the day?
Another thing, though. Is Taskmaster really a huge villain? He's a fan favorite. He's a fan favorite, but he's like a C plus villain.
Yeah, he's not like a big bad.
No, he's a fan favorite.
He's not a
People
big
just love him.
He's not a big bad, but on the lower level that we're looking to inject in, right? Taskmaster is an issue. And if we're talking about getting more Black Widows and more of the grounded characters in here, you don't want Taskmaster around. Am I bugging?
No, you're not
bugging. I agree with that. And because and for those of you who follow all of us on TikTok, me, Frankey, and Ron, we all got TikTok. James, you need to get up on that TikTok there. But I made a TikTok video about this earlier, right before we went live. And these are my two problems, Frankey. You pretty much outlined it, but these are my two problems with Taskmaster. It's not that they made her a woman. That's fine. But they took the personality of Taskmaster and they stripped all of that away. And just like you said, like, I don't like the fact that by the end of it, because she got the red jizz thrown in her face. Now she doesn't seem.
She's not a villain anymore.
She doesn't seem like she wants to be a villain. She doesn't seem like she's going to be the mercenary character that I would have wanted Taskmaster to be within the MCU. Like, Taskmaster does not give a fuck. The money is green. The money is green either way. He would do. Yeah, he would do whatever. He would do work for the good guys. He worked for the bad guys. So long as you're paying him, and that's the character that I would have liked to have seen going forward within the MCU. I see what you're saying. Whether male or female. But that's not.
Imagine Hawkeye's trying to teach his daughter, and Taskmaster out to get him. Because how many
we got Deadpool showing up in the MCU. I would love to have seen.
I see what you're saying, but we could also see the character as like an anti-hero, like going, to stop things that happen to other girls.
She not
like how the same thing happened to her.
But even that, like, I wouldn't even want an I want a mercenary.
That do not matter.
That's what you want, but that's still not a good story.
She not.
It is a good story.
That is a good story.
But the one thing that Marvel used to do within the first and the second phases that they killed off all the villains. They didn't kill her.
Mm-hmm.
But my second issue was, like what Frankey said, like, and I feel like this is a pattern now that I'm noticing with Marvel. Like, they keep letting white people get off the hook doing terrible things. So with Taskmaster. Yeah, it would have been better if Taskmaster wasn't necessarily brainwashed, or even if she was brainwashed. After the brainwashing was over, she still would have punched Natasha in the face and would be "No, you thought I would have forget? Like, you still tried to kill me? Like, that's
when she was a child. How long has she been in that in that chemical state? It could have
do not matter. What is the shelf life?
But they make a point. They make a point to say that even when they're brainwashed, they're still somewhat aware of what's going on. So
is she still a 12-year-old? Is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Does she have that mentality?
Yeah.
It's like, you ever been drunk and you see you cooking food and you like, why am I cooking this food? But you keep on cooking food. Y'all ain't never made a grilled cheese?
No. I'm drunk, I'm ordering.
Now, in college.
When I'm sober, I'm ordering.
James acting like, whatever. But you're watching your own self do things and you can't stop it. That's why the girl is like,
but it's not like she's in school socializing. She's not doing math. She's not hanging out with her friends.
You don't need
She's not maturing.
Skills. You do not need social skills. And that would actually feed into the story. All I know is that you tried to clap me. All right, so you need to get popped. I don't care.
I would have liked that better. Like she would still be like, nah, I don't brainwash or not. I don't forgive you. Not even just that, but like, so then.
Well, the first thing that's happened is she's
unbrainwashed.
though. Maybe she wants to hit her after that, but it was such a relief, such a stress, like such a
crying.
Yeah, exactly. That's what most people would do.
No,
I would still you could cry and still throw hands to Natasha. Like even like a final action sequence, we didn't even get that. But like, so throw hands with. So I feel like also they kind of let Natasha off the hook, where it's like you're an assassin. She I got red on my ledger. She killed this little girl, and then they took it back and was like, oh, actually no, it's not true. We don't want to have Natasha be the villain. Kind of like they
I'll give you that. Yeah. They could have
kind of like they tried to wash their hands and make Steve Rogers suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Squeaky clean and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And then
I would have liked her being a zombie.
The same issue with Rachel Weisz's character, the person that like she was like brainwashing pigs and things like that. Like she was doing some horrible things, and then by the end of it, it's like, nah, but you're still our mother though. We forgive you. It's like
nah.
Yeah, I wanted Taskmaster. I knew Taskmaster was gonna be the girl, but I was hoping she was some sick reanimated version body. You get what I'm saying? That they pulled up. I would have on some mountain shit.
They could also like introduce like a better use of her powers. Like they were like uploading stuff into her brain. Like they could have put her like maybe on the spectrum, because Taskmaster's powers are like, it's not really a power. He has like a eidetic memory.
Even with that, like they didn't ever really. Because the way they describe Taskmaster, it seems like, oh, if you just give somebody that chip, anybody could be the Taskmaster.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with
my
her
only
abilities.
problem with this film is Taskmaster. I think other than Taskmaster, it was fantastic. Like
Taskmaster is my biggest problem.
But you didn't mind it. That's the thing. Regardless of the chip and how they basically disclosed his whole strategy from comic version.
Because there was way more
version.
Story besides Taskmaster anyway.
If they showed him as a mimic, like if she was trained that way rather than chips going in the back of her head,
exactly,
then that would have been dope.
And a lot of y'all was saying like it was obvious that they were gonna do the girl as Taskmaster, but maybe I'm just not that good at no. Usually I'm spot on when it comes to predicting shit, but I didn't see it coming, because this is what I thought was gonna happen, and I knew I was right too. Like I was never mind. I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say what I was doing when I was watching, but no, fuck it. I was tripping on mushrooms for the first time when I was watching it. So I was confident. I was because my friend came and I knew I was right. I was
we was doing that together. That's crazy.
No, but next time. That's my first.
I'm watching right now.
It was my first time. It was my first time doing it. I got to screen it. I was like, yo, you want to watch Black Widow? Don't say nothing. But I just got to screen it. But I knew I was right, because I was like, I thought Taskmaster was going to be the little black friend that she had show, because I was like, why else would he be in this movie?
Because he's black. That's why he was in there. There was nobody black in the movie, so they put that guy in there.
Because my whole thing, I was like, he has this connection to Natasha. It almost seems like it was a little romantic and things like that. I was like, what other reason would he be in this movie but to have this reveal that, oh, this person that she was close with, the person that she has this connection with, the person that she has this past with, is actually a villain. Like I felt like it would have been more in a more emotional stake for Natasha, because even when it was revealed that it was the girl, I didn't feel
I wouldn't have liked that, because I don't think that Natasha should be that way. Like as the comic book head, like she don't catch feelings.
No,
she don't catch feelings.
They
catch feelings with her.
They made a point to say that she's soft. Okay, MCU has made a point to say that she is soft, right?
We've seen the MCU Natasha,
Well, basically after Endgame, she's the only one
eating a sandwich.
I had problems with that.
I vomited in my mouth. I said,
ever since talking about her character in the jump, because they have messed up. Ever since Avengers, when she was running from the Hulk and she was crying, I was like, I can see her running from the Hulk. I can see her gasping, maybe even crying, but not the way she cried.
She would try to clap the Hulk.
Exactly. Or get away. She would have been like, it would have been way more serious. It'd have been like, oh shit, like.
It's because it's a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And they're like,
but it's getting better.
Cry here.
So because of that, I thought he would have been the Taskmaster. And from an emotional standpoint, I don't know. I feel like it would have been more interesting, at least to me. I
like it.
Because we at least learned more about him. We at least learned more about him than we did the girl. Like we don't know nothing.
I like the girl. I like the reveal that it was the girl. I just wish we spent more time
with her.
And they were trying. I think this should have been a
longer movie.
or the first Disney Plus show, maybe.
Facts shows WW. I blame
It's
Joss
definitely
Whedon.
Joss Whedon.
I could talk for hours about. I know Mike can too. We should just do a F. Josh Whedon podcast or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was fine with her being there. Can we talk about Hawkeye? Can we start that? Hawkeye also needs to be in jail.
To the end. There's nothing else to talk
about Hawkeye need to go to jail. But that's the point that I was saying. I was like, Marvel keeps letting these white people off the
right.
That's why I brought it up.
John Walker is a villain, but then you get to the next episode, he tries to clap Falcon, and then the next episode they buddy as if nothing. None of that ever
John Walker.
happened.
How many times do they try to kill each other all the time?
Ron and I talked about this whole thing during our lives. Wanda got to go to jail. They let her off the hook.
Wanda got to go to jail.
They let Hawkeye off the hook.
But John Walker, his thing is like he's doing Black Ops stuff now, so like they really do that.
Hawkeye didn't stay in America.
Winter Soldier.
Hawkeye didn't stay in America taking out white supremacists. No, he went to places of people of color.
Japan. He was in Mexico.
No, he went to Mexico. He went to Mexico, South America. He went to Japan.
Killing people of color.
Killing people of color, but he ain't killed no white domestic terrorists, which is the problem in America.
Well, there was one more antagonist in this movie, and it's somebody that we basically saw a lot in Phase 1. General Thaddeus Ross.
Yeah, I got a question before we even get into that.
Go ahead.
Was it the same actor? Because it didn't look
like
him.
It's William Hurt.
Yeah, it was William Hurt.
Did he lose weight or something? Did he get?
He's probably skinny in the face, of course. Yeah.
Or they did the
he's older.
Or they did the de-aging.
That's what Mike said. Maybe they did the Asian because he was old in the original Hulk. He was older in Civil War. Here he looked younger. So I'm like, did they recast him or? But they might have did the Asian.
Still him. I mean,
but we're definitely going to see Red Hulk. So.
Even this would have been better. Shout out to you, AKY. I actually thought it was going to be Rachel Weisz's character that would be Taskmaster.
Until Taskmaster revealed himself in front of Melina and then was like, yeah, no, it's not her.
I liked that she kind of had a redemption story. And that's what I was hoping all the widows was going to be. Because like even that fight scene, first of all, I thought they were going to do an Incredible style fight scene where the four of them had to fight like 20 widows. That's why I thought Sammy Ryder was in it.
That was coming.
Like that.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Even though last year I was like Natasha versus Taskmaster, she can't win this fight.
Natasha versus 30 widows who fresh out the gym, and she just been standing there
by herself.
She
was getting wild like hard.
She did get washed.
But not immediately. Okay?
No, not immediately. She
should have immediately gotten washed. These aren't regular women. These are young widows.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like we said, she doesn't have the Infinity Formula or Super Soldier variant. So
immediate.
But they're not gonna do that. At least they're not gonna do that to Natasha. They're gonna at least give her some clout a little bit.
I'm actually. I think it was.
They're not gonna put. If she was a man, they would, because look what they doing to Loki. Like he getting washed in his own, like easily by humans.
By humans.
Yeah. What was you about to say, Ron?
I was gonna say overall, I know you're hating on certain parts, but I think it was like a really good send off for her, and like Yelena was so good. She was just so good, you know.
Oh, yeah,
and like you know what thing I was upset about? You know how Scarlett Johansson kind of lost her Black Widow accent after Iron Man 2?
Yes,
she should have had it this whole movie.
No, but the point is, one, they showed that she spent a long time in America.
I didn't like that because so did Yelena. She was in America too.
But that was what she was. Yeah, but she came.
I hope Yelena never gets an American accent. I hope they make the character.
No, that's happening, Ron. You know that shit's happening.
Also, y'all, are there any whites on here? I need to ask a question because, like, y'all, I didn't need to ask it that way.
Probably not because I'm looking at people's profile pictures. I don't see it.
Wait, what? Dude?
I gotta highlight. Well, look at that. Like, by you. What up, Mike? I'll watch. Yeah, like Loki getting watched by humans. Like,
yeah. But this is the question I have for the whites. So this movie is they're all Russian, and there's one Russian actor in it.
Yes.
Taskmaster is the only Russian actor in it.
The girl.
Yeah. How do y'all feel? At least Wakanda was fake. You know what I mean? At least Wakanda was fake.
It's still in Africa, though.
It's still in Africa, but
I don't think that's the issue that plagues white people. I don't think they care.
Okay. Yeah, because they're always represented.
I was gonna say because they're still getting represented either way.
Because I feel like
it's about green.
I don't think there's many white people in this show. I feel like
because their Russian was, but I don't speak Russian, but I've been.
Did
and now,
you expect to see a lot of social media going off saying like, "How come there's not enough Soviets in this movie?" I don't understand.
No. I mean, in comic books, especially Marvel, have been just disrespecting Russia like forever. So
forever.
Forever.
And Germany.
They're the original villains of Marvel
I
Comics.
want to see. I'm not on Russian Twitter.
It was the Nazis, then the Russians.
I'm like, if there were any white people in the stream, the moment I said Marvel letting white people off the hook, they'd have been like, "Nah, y'all are racist." Like, no, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of here.
I just had to ask because they would be in their right to be upset that there are not more Russian actors in there. Also, didn't like how all the sleeper agents were black. Like they're like, we gotta put black people in there.
I think they did that for representation.
And no lines. They had no lines.
They don't know how. It's like they don't get it.
I was
it's
like, what Dora Milaje
There's no black people in the room.
Dora Milaje not pulling up. We're like, what's going on here? Like, we're not here. Not, her whole thing is liberating black folk.
First of all, yeah, I mean, whatever. We'll talk. But definitely something that serious. I feel like somebody else would have rolled up.
But we were talking a lot about like the things that we disliked in the stream. We could keep talking about that, but let's at least change gears a little bit. Talk about the things we like. Let's talk about Yelena Florence Pugh Belova and things like. I know you said you guys like her, but go a little bit more in depth of like how you felt about her. Frankie, starting with you.
Yo, I like how they're introducing
and what you liked about her and everything like that.
I liked how meta she was, and I felt like she was supposed to be representing women like me who are like complaining about like Scarlett Johansson's character. So like even if you looked at they had on the same suit, right? That white suit. Scarlett Johansson's suit painted on. Okay, that joint was liquid latex tight. I was like, how is she moving in this? And then Yelena had a baggier fit so she could move. It fit her different. She made jokes about like her posing, and of course she did a pose later, but the whole point of like Scarlett Johansson being the male gaze and like how that age of comic books hopefully is over, and them switching it to Yelena, who I know you said you didn't like that joke, but to me, when Scarlett Johansson was talking about her hysterectomy, she was crying, boo-hoo, I'm a monster, I can't have babies. Not I'm a monster, I murder children and people. I'm a monster, I can't have children. When Yelena was joking about it, it was on some like, because this man is trying to act like we buddy, I need to remind him in some dark humor way, like, and make him uncomfortable. I make dark humor like that all the time. Like, my white friend once was like, why your last name Smith and not like Santiago or whatever? And I was like, yo, because when my family came here, they were raped and taken their names away. And I looked at him and laughed. But you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's trauma, but ain't shit I could do about it. I've moved on. I'm gonna make you uncomfortable so you don't talk to me like that again. You get what I'm saying? And that's how she was moving. So I really like that about her. Her fight scenes, like I said, at first it was playful when she fought her in Budapest, but then when she pulled up the knife, the music changed. Scarlett was like, "Uh-oh, now we about to kill each other," and it was just a totally different scene. So I like that. I really liked what she's doing, and I'm really excited to see her as Black Widow with no booty shots. Sorry, y'all.
No, Ron, I'm gonna move to you next, but going back to this comment real quick.
Frankie just kind of said everything I was gonna say about like the uterus stuff like that. That definitely came, I mentioned in the beginning. I agree with Frankie sometimes. Yeah, I loved Yelena's her comedy beats. But the ones with Scarlett Johansson that they were bouncing off of them, it was crazy. The scene where she was talking about only having a family for 3 years, it's like she was very good at switching from comedy to like drama, to seriousness, all of that. And I don't know, did she do any of her own stunts?
That I'm not sure. Or maybe she I've
never seen her in anything else, so I wouldn't know.
She was also the movie that I first saw her in was Fighting with My Family, where she played Paige. One of the top wrestlers in the WWE.
Well,
that was my first time seeing her.
I thought Paige played Paige in that movie.
No, it was
that movie. That's my first introduction to it. That shit was crazy.
No, but the stunts were good. I thought the stunts were fire.
Yeah, and
Ron, were you done?
Yeah, the the jacket scenes and the posing and all the comedy beats were really good.
Yeah,
And they were like,
pockets,
you know,
I love the pockets. Like,
like, and
yo,
it
I don't
wasn't too
get
much
that.
like
As
there's
a
a lot of people
woman,
who complain about exactly.
As a woman, any gear that got pockets is a find and something that we would outwardly say.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? If you say the fit is fire, the first thing I'm saying is its utility, because our clothes are not meant to actually be comfortable or have utility. So if you're like, Frankie, that's fire, I'm like, yeah, it got pockets. First word coming out my any woman who got a fit on with pockets that they can use, that's the first word that's gonna come out there.
And that's one of the things.
She's like Frankie said, she's the most sensible, the more practical Black Widow.
And that's not even just that, but that's also goes to the thing of like behind the scenes where like representation matters. Like at least having women, like somebody in the either Florence Pugh herself or some woman in the writer's room was like, nah, that's got to be a thing. Like even when it comes to like one of the things that we appreciated about Falcon and Winter Soldier was like they had, you know, Black terminology, like they spoke AAVE, like with like you out of pocket and things like that. It's like, yeah, it wasn't nobody. It wasn't nobody.
Ebonics.
But James, what do you think about?
It's the same thing with the dry humor. It's total polar opposites from Natasha to Yelena. So Natasha is just like, she's been so indoctrinated by the Avengers and everything, she doesn't even know how to laugh anymore. So where Yelena, all her shit's dry humor. I mean, she's been going through basically like a living hell for the past, like, since she was 3. So when she finally does come out of it, shit, the jokes is fucking flying out at 100 miles an hour. So she made fun of the poses and everything, basically a la Deadpool, the superhero jump, when she did it on the little like landing in the beginning, and she was like, she sucked the teeth. Yeah, she sucked the teeth. She was like,
well, you're such a poser.
That was dope.
And then when she did the one with the side leg and everything, she was like, this is whack. You know, so like her comic relief going forward, if that's going to continue, even with the Russian accent, even though they say Russian people are like very dry when they're trying to be humorous and everything like that, that shit's just going to continue forth. She can be another character like that. She's going to fit right in with anybody that's trying to be an anti-hero or mercenary. If they throw her in with Deadpool, if she's a member of the Thunderbolts and Deadpool shows up later, that shit's going to fit.
Yeah. Or the She-Hulk. Y'all forget, She-Hulk was, I was just telling somebody that She-Hulk was Deadpool before Deadpool.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was breaking the fourth wall at the
big She-Hulk fan.
So I hope they keep on moving. Like women are funny.
They said in the She-Hulk movie they're gonna have her break the fourth wall.
And
you know people are gonna be like, oh, she's gonna be like Deadpool. No, motherfucker.
I can't wait. Like, I can't wait.
Like, Rob, you don't read comics. Like,
now that I'm on here with men, I have to ask, because this guy told me this. And it was weird. Guys have told me this, I guess, as a compliment. Like, yo, women aren't funny. You're funny, but women aren't funny. And I'm like, women aren't funny.
That's not a compliment.
Obviously,
that's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, but most men, especially men who meet me, think that the Helga Pataki is gonna work on me. I don't know why, but I'm not a big Helga. And when I say Helga Pataki, that's when like they compliment you, they insult you when they really mean to compliment you.
For like the Gen Z in the chat, they don't know that. Hey,
they don't know that Helga Pataki. Y'all knew. But either way, women are funny, and I think that they're showing with She-Hulk. I'm hoping with this, they're gonna start pushing some of the comedic beats on the women because we're funny. Let's do it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, talking about what I thought about Florence Pugh. Like, I feel like she was acting circles around Scarlett Johansson. And not even that I think Scarlett Johansson's a bad actor, because I thought she was good in Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like they don't give at least Scarlett Johansson, her version of Natasha, anything to, like, she's just there to be the sexy Black Widow and the ingenue of the event. And then also they made her into the motherly figure. But in terms of like getting a personality, they never really gave that to her, but they gave it all to Florence Pugh, and I appreciate that because because I love all the comedic beat, all of her chemistry, especially the chemistry with her and Scarlett Johansson. I love that, and that's one of the things that makes me sad about this movie, considering more than likely this is going to be Natasha's send-off. We're not going to see her going forward. I'm kind of sad that we're not going to see these two women bouncing off each other. This sister, big sister, little sister dynamic. Like, how often do you get to see that?
I'm sure we'll see her with other women.
Yeah, but let's not forget Scarlett don't deserve that. So let's give it to Elena. Let's roll.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And I'm kind of happy to see it. Like, you know, all the stuff that
she deserved. I feel like she deserved it before Captain Marvel movie.
Look,
whatever.
we
Yeah.
feel
All the
that
problems you talked
because
about with Natasha, I think they're all gonna be fixed in Yelena, like progressing going forward. I think
yeah.
all the stuff that we didn't get from Hawkeye, we're gonna see in Hawkeye.
Mhm.
You know, hopefully, like, we'll get what we wanted out of these characters from the jump with their legacies.
I agree,
Yeah.
Ron. Like, I feel like the reason why Yelena is acting circles around her is because it's a commentary on old Hollywood to like this new age Hollywood that we're getting to see, where people are a truer reflection of society and it's less problematic. So ScarJo started in 2010 in the MCU, where they painted her like the comic books, where she's this sex pot who, remember I was talking about this, like they make sure they let us know that she's a master in the sexual arts. There's a scene where she's being interrogated, but she's wearing a dinner dress, you know, stuff like that. So I think what they're doing is, okay, now we can actually do more grounded stories. We can show the difference, but to do with Scarlet doesn't make sense anymore. Let's do it with this new character. And that's why it's like we're ushering out ScarJo and we're bringing in Florence Pugh. Because, I like the character so much in the MCU so much. I forgot I didn't like ScarJo the whole movie. Yeah. And then after I had to remember, I was like, oh, nah. We don't bang with her.
I'm not saying Scarlett Johansson can't act, but a lot of times she's casted because people find her attractive. She was like voted like sexiest woman alive like 3 times.
Right, because she got black features, right?
Exactly. She got black features. Yeah.
It's just going to show that legacy characters just hold no weight anymore.
But real quick, Gary, I don't think ScarJo did bad. I'm not saying when I said she was.
But the way they introduced her in Iron Man 2, she was just like it was.
Yeah, I don't think ScarJo did bad. I think she did a good job. I think she did a good job of what she was given in the movie. Yeah. But Florence Pugh was more human. Like, Whit B basically said it. Like, I found it interesting that Yelena had more humor intact, despite being just recently freed from the Red Room and having more and recent trauma than that. That's basically how I felt. Like they gave her more humanity than ScarJo had.
It probably. I think that's probably because Nat probably thinks she is somebody because she's an Avenger. Like she has like a higher, what's the word? Like whatever, like she holds herself to a higher regard, so she thinks she's better than she is. And I think Yelena kind of brought her down to reality.
Oh damn, Sonya coming here with that heat. Like, dang, Scarlett was sexy at first, not in this movie.
I think she was. I would have preferred.
I mean, she's getting older,
y'all. She's not getting older,
but I don't think she.
You know they age like milk.
Yeah, but she got cheese, so she's aging better. But she got the Avengers trainer and stuff. She looks great. But yeah, I will say this: I would have preferred, Ron, what you were saying. But if she had imposter syndrome, right? Like her being on the outs, hunting her down and stuff like that, it's because she feels like she was never an Avenger, and things like her saying like, I couldn't core Thor. I know Thor would have cleaned this up real quick. I would have loved like her to be like, I'm just as good as Thor. I was fighting in New York too. Like I would love because that is more of a real story. And that's back to my point of them introducing all this brainwashing and stuff like that instead of it being a real character beat. So really, did a disservice.
But wait, how much brainwashing can we do? We've done so much with Bucky. I kind of understand why he didn't do it. So I don't really fault them for that. You can fault them. I respect that. I respect
y'all getting me tight because Marvel loves to redo. Ooh, y'all get me tight. How many times does Marvel redo the same story?
Where?
All the time. How many rich people are in the story? How many people have issues with the whatever? Okay, they do the same stories over and over again, right? Both Bruce, Hank Pym, and Iron Man are all really, really smart.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
They're all 3 different guys with three different traumas.
Yes. Yeah. They're 3 different guys with 3 different traumas, right? Yeah. But the trauma, exactly, because they have different experiences. The trauma of the Winter Soldier, or even that, we watched 80 different types of Winter Soldier and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They could have redid this story and told it from a totally different perspective where, like I said, it wasn't a full-on brainwashing like Bucky. It was we indoctrinated them at 6 and we trained them to be this way, and that's why her breaking
which is what it was for Natasha.
Exactly.
At least if there was a reference though, if they said like if they're gonna go this route of the brainwashing, they could have said we don't want what happened to Natasha to happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well,
That
they could
one line.
I thought that when I watched the movie too. I thought that the reason they did that because they didn't want to do too much Red Room because it would have been too traumatic for some people. And they would have to put a trigger warning in if they did the real Red Room.
Because like if they said something along the lines of like Natasha was the best of us, she was she was the best of our Black Widow, and like she was supposed to go places, and the fact that she defected, like we don't want that to happen again. So now we created this whole.
And they already painted it the way that they painted in that very long intro scene to Smells Like Teen Spirit, right? The same thing, they could have showed it without it being to keep that PG rating, right? And then they could have verbally say, yeah, remember when you sent me here when I was 6? That's why I'm like this. So they didn't have to actually show that. And also, y'all, I feel like when it comes to women, yeah, it's only trigger warning when it's women. We don't have trigger warnings when we saw Isaiah Bradley talking about the being experimenting. But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying they've done some really heavy themes, okay, that we watched. What Wanda did was heavy. That could have taken a trigger warning. There are a lot of things that need a trigger warning. So you saying that like the Red Room, there's no way to make it PG-13 is bullshit. They do some heavy themes. Infinity War and Endgame is a heavy theme.
It's just grief.
It's grief.
It's just grief throughout the entire joint.
Grief. Yes. The themes of Winter Soldier is heavy. So it's not any heavier. They could have still did it and it would have been the same. But a lot of people have the mentality, like you said, Ron, where they're like, we can't handle seeing a woman doing this because it's so rooted in reality and it's something that we don't like to acknowledge. It's the same as if this movie was about Black people and instead they were enslaving Black people. That would be too strong, right? It's the same outlook. And it's really hard. It's really hard, yo, to be both.
And they kind of did with all those black widows. In the,
that one girl broke her leg. I was like, oh.
But yeah, Gary, real quick. Black Widow tired as fuck. Y'all think she want to be joking around? LOL. Yelena is the baby sister, but I see y'all. I mean, Natasha doesn't have to be throwing jokes like Yelena, but she still give me a little bit more personality. She was kind of stoic.
Maybe but as Frankey said, she was also kind of like the mother figure too, so she had to be serious. She's trying to take care of business. Yelena was like, "Yeah, I'm here for the ride."
Or maybe this entire movie is just a description of imposter syndrome from Natasha, based on the characteristics of Yelena.
Ooh, okay, James.
But that's a whole nother movie. Like we didn't get that though. That's
this movie.
Maybe that's what they thought.
No, I'm feeling it with James is saying.
Because I was gonna say we didn't get nothing from Natasha saying that.
Was there a comic book tie-in for this movie, James? You know it all? I should know, but I don't.
No. To be honest,
that would have been great. That would have been great if there was a comic
because they spoke so much of the Budapest experiment, which is probably like Black Widow's greatest book. They touched on that so much just talking with Clint, but Clint's in that storyline. Yeah. So this is totally divulging outside of that.
Yeah, that was another thing. They gaslit us by saying it was Budapest was going to be all up in this movie.
They did. They said Budapest was going to be,
and it was in there for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Not barely.
And I was like, it's something she mentioned.
Budapest is really like a Josh Whedon thing, and that's why I was in the original Avengers.
That's all it was. It doesn't matter.
He did it in Buffy the Vampire Slayer too.
It doesn't matter.
I think that's probably the biggest reason why I had a problem with that whole going back to the whole the sterilization line, because I'm like, that's coming from Joss Whedon. Like, don't bring this back,
right? Because that's him. But not just that, but Budapest. It doesn't matter if it was his thing. It's something that, of all the things we've heard about her, it's something she always brings up.
Because they even brought it up in Civil War.
Oh, we still got Hawkeye. Maybe we'll get it there.
You think?
Yeah, Hawkeye going to Budapest?
No, talking about it. Maybe
barely. It's about his daughter.
I mean, I guess when Yelena shows up, maybe.
That's all. No, it's about the dog. It's about Pizza Dog.
It's about Pizza Dog. No, I do think he's a full villain, and I hope his daughter holds him accountable for that. And
you talking about Hawkeye?
Yes.
They're not.
And
I literally just said Marvel keeps letting these white people off the hook. They've been letting Hawkeye. Like, you think Hawkeye not? And he's not getting held accountable. They probably not even gonna.
He'll die at the end of this.
They probably not even gonna acknowledge.
He'll be in a wheelchair.
The basic storyline from Budapest is that pretty much that Clint was working for Shield, and was it actually Natasha was working for the Soviets. They encountered each other, got into this whole big ass fucking fight. to the point where this whole entire building was about to blow. He saved her at the last minute, showing some type of compassion. She's never seen that before, and then she tails off to America.
But yeah, AK, well, yeah, it's not Clint's daughter. It is Kate Bishop.
It is Kate Bishop.
Yeah, I know it's Kate Bishop, but for some reason I thought they were gonna because they love the mixed characters. So I don't know. I thought they were gonna do something like that.
I thought they were gonna do that with when he was training his daughter on Infinity Endgame. I was like, so they're gonna make her Kate Bishop. Then it's like, no, it's a completely different character.
You think they're gonna make Kate Bishop rich and everything, like Kate Bishop, or
no? She'll be like an orphan
probably
kid
not.
or some bullshit where she's living on.
I don't know why we theorize about Marvel. Like they actually
she's probably hunting for her own
their decisions.
Yeah,
but it would make sense if they're gonna do Young Avengers, which obviously is coming. Like,
who's funding it?
Yeah, who's funding it? It should be Kate.
Yeah.
Yo, this is a question. Thoughts on Yelena apparently being what's a Roche?
Being a Roche? Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
you gotta hit me up on the dictionary for that shit.
Yeah, Mano, leave another comment. Let me know what
asexual.
Yeah, is that what that means?
Asexual and aromantic.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, is that what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean,
they're gonna make.
Y'all don't want to get me. Y'all don't want to get me started on. Aromantic. Okay. Y'all don't want to get me started on that whole thing because I'm the whole shit that they're doing with Loki is trash. So I mean,
I tried to say it, but then I realized I can't say it because I'm not part of the queer community. But I don't like the way they did it. And if it was like,
I mean, you can still say,
people were like, you don't know, you're not queer, and I was like, all right, fine. Like I when people say that, I mean, I believe them and I trust them.
Play them up, yeah.
Yeah, asexual, aromantic. I mean, they might try to give us some type of, or maybe not, because they don't do a whole lot of love interest in Marvel.
If that's the case, her dry humor is just going to go to the next level.
Yeah, I'm about to say that would be good for the
if she's having love scenes and there's no type of compassion whatsoever, she's just doing it just to do it.
Yeah, yeah, I hope so.
Anytime somebody says something about her being attractive, she just is like whatever.
She's like, no, well, not that. Like, this is the thing, asexual or not. When a woman is attracted, we know it, and it is annoying regardless. And especially when you try and do your job, which with her, whenever we're gonna see her, she's trying to do her job. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be a great thing for her to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, again, my whole wheelhouse is representation, especially with black and specifically black and queer representation. So, I mean, hopefully they do it and not just do it, but acknowledge it to say, hey, this is asexual cat, but do it in a much better way than they fucking did Loki.
Yeah.
Like, do you like men or women?
It's a woman. They will because it's a woman. They're not scared to do it when it's a woman.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yep.
So. Which is trash, but yeah,
I hate it here.
But speaking of another character, we kind of talked about him briefly, but how did y'all feel about what they did with Red Guardian? My biggest thing with Red Guardian is I want to just at least see one scene that showed like
him in his prime.
Him in his prime.
Yeah,
not even that. I would have liked him.
They make it seem like he's stronger than Captain America. He like picked up a tank and threw it.
No, he makes you feel like he's stronger than Captain America because the only thing that he could talk about was his adversary from the other side of the island.
That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in the beginning
when he lifted the thing.
He lifted a tank.
It's not the same serum. He probably is physically stronger than Captain America, but that doesn't mean much because Cap got no hands.
I love that he never was able to get into a plane like regularly. He never stepped on a plane. He had to jump into every plane he rode that whole movie, and I thought that was hilarious. I wish they talked about him. He talked about the Winter Soldier program and how that made him feel, because essentially it sounds like they replaced him. And it wasn't even mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why they put him in jail and stuff like that. I also like that they showed that he was in jail because he was loyal to his country. At any time, he really could have dipped. You know what I mean? He could have broke out. He had the strength, and he stayed in because he is very, very loyal to his country. I love how like his hubris. I would have liked to see him fight more, but I wanted to see him fight Taskmaster fat. Like I wanted to see. I love watching Fat Thor. I wanted to see him old and fat. And honestly, I've never felt more seen than him struggling to get into that suit, making all that noises. Women, y'all know. You try to put on some liquid latex and it's one size too tight, and the breasts, and then you finally put it on and you
what's the Beyonce song? You don't jump to put jeans on, you don't feel my pain.
You don't feel my pain.
He had a lot.
So glad
he had a lot of good scenes.
Yeah, he did.
Like, well,
the accent was coming and going, but
he had a lot of good scenes. With the toxic masculinity, when he was talking to the girls, like, what do you mean? I made you like the strongest you could be. Like as a man who has daughters, like it's like. And like, you know, a lot of men like want boys and you want to push them and like to the sports or whatever, like stuff that they might not want to do, but because it's you're like, you know, reflecting yourself on them, and he kind of did that a lot, and I think it was like a good play on that.
I like that they still showed that he was like he was lovable, but they always reminded you like don't love him. Like he's a terrible person. I think that's fire.
But yo, Raheem, I don't have a problem with like, you know, because I was mad he didn't get more cut. Like they didn't have to pull an Uncle Iroh. What Avatar?
What y'all think people do in jail?
Yeah, not everybody in jail working out, getting there like Debo and swollen.
Yeah, especially when you got a serum that allows you to be stronger than everybody. You ain't got to work out.
He doesn't have to work out. Like.
You saw that big guy came and talked to him crazy and checked him.
That was a comic book reference. That was Ursa. Ursa is an actual bear in the comics, and then he called him "You Big Bear." But in the comics, Ursa.
Yo, can I tell y'all something? I thought, and I think I did tell y'all this until recently, like a couple years ago, that the Russians actually had bears in their army. So like I legitimately
books.
Nah, wait a minute. This comment about AK Watch. Hold up. This would have been. See, now I'm mad. I'm mad now because this was a huge missed opportunity.
Oh, agreed. Agreed. I didn't agree about that.
I believe that, but there was in the comic books there was more than one Captain America, so
but he was talking about the one in the ice, right? In this world, what I just say, we do not care what was in the comic books.
So that means he was talking about Isaiah Bradley then.
That's our headcanon though, but they could have mentioned it.
My headcanon
was he was
crazy
capping. Good. He was lying.
Nah, that was Isaiah Bradley.
Because he's also probably racist, right?
And delusional, yeah.
So no, I don't think it was. I think he was just capping. He was showing he's a liar, and he likes to elaborate. Like he likes to go, exaggerate.
But it still would have been because I would love like a Disney Plus like series with like Isaiah Bradley.
But just make it animated so we can really get it, because that's the only way we're really going to get it.
Why? They got the cheese, y'all.
I know they got the cheese, but are they going to do it though? It's better they make it animated. Like what if, you know? Yeah,
I mean, it could, or they just cast a younger person to play.
Do movies not do that anymore?
You keep Bucky, like keep Sebastian Stan so we can get that scene.
Yeah,
of him ripping.
Did movies stop that? So movies no longer cast younger actors who look like the actors.
I mean, they did it in Black Panther. They literally cast T'Chaka's son, the actor John Candy's son, to play.
He probably begged. I was like, can we do that? But everyone else, I feel like they'd be like, let's just de-age them. Like, find that actor, please.
They just want to show. They just want to show off that technology.
Instead of spending the cheese on a non-shaky cam fight, maybe get an actor and say that cheese for something else.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to have seen Red Guardians throwing more hands with Taskmaster. They didn't really go do that. Like any scene to show like why he
Red Guardian. You never saw him never saw him in no one-on-one fights because he kind of would have dominated everybody with the super strength or whatever.
True.
Yeah.
So I would like to have seen that, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But I mean, I don't know anything else in terms of the movie that we didn't really touch on. So.
All right, we can finally go to the post.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, that's what I was about to say. So let's go to the post credit scene. What y'all think about the post credit scene? Whoever wants to go first, jump in.
I mean, as far as we know, of course, Countessa Valentina, who made her first appearance in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that leading up to basically who she works for. That's the big mystery. It's not.
Is it going to be Shield or is it going to be like a Hydra type?
Well, the thing is, we know from her in the.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all hear that clicking noise, or is it just me? Like on the stream, I'm like, what is that? I'm like, is it Nas Ron? Every time it be
it's
you,
not
Ron.
me because I just muted myself and it was still clicking.
Yeah, it's still clicking.
It's Ron. It's always Ron.
It's always Ron. I bet you it is.
But the thing is, it's more so.
I muted myself and it wasn't me either.
Let me see. It's
no.
Whatever. All right, keep going. Keep going.
Somebody AC on.
The thing is with her, it's like, okay, if we're following comic accuracy, which we know doesn't mean shit in the MCU. She's worked for Shield. She's worked for.
Nah, it's wrong. It's wrong because it's getting worse. I see you figuring with that.
What? I'm playing with this Magneto head.
I'm like, I see your hands moving. Like it's starting to get worse.
I agree with you, James. Keep on going where you going, James.
Yeah.
No, so it's like, it's pretty much like telling, like, is it going to be? Is she working for Shield? Is it reemergence of Hydra? Is it the Thunderbolts? Is it Midnight Suns? Or is it General Thaddeus Ross and working for the Thunderbolts?
It's definitely Thunderbolts. We saw the fucking the Abomination in the Shang-Chi trailer. We got Yelena.
And William Hurt's getting older, so
we got Red Hulk. We got we don't got Red Hulk. We got the character. We got the character for Red Hulk.
Yeah, we got
the character for him.
Yeah, we got the character, but I don't think because, like I said, like William Hurt's getting older, so
I think everyone keeps on saying she's Madam Hydra. I was like, y'all pretending like y'all read the comics. She was Madam Hydra for half a hot second.
Yeah,
that's
half
not
a second.
her most
That's not
prominent. I think she's working for someone who feels like they are. I feel like they are.
You think she's working for Fury?
Like some kind of Black Ops kind of.
Yes,
like that's not necessarily the bad guys, but not the good guys either, kind of deal.
I think more heroes who like to get their hands dirty.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like we're above bureaucracy. We're above this. Hawkeye is a fugitive, or should be a fugitive. I don't care if you fought Thanos, whatever. That does not absolve you. Maybe that'll give you a lesser sentence. But one, you were against the Sokovia Accords. Immediately after, right, you killed people for 85 years of confirmed kills. The Winter Soldier at least didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
You know
even before that, he was a villain in the first Avengers film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kill people. So that makes sense. John Walker, I said this all the time. People was telling me I'm crazy. At the end of the day, I never saw him as a villain. I saw him a product of the army and the US government and how they affect people. And he was a soldier first and foremost. And even in the comic books, a lot of times he's there as like, I am what I feel like Captain America should be.
It was James Air Conditioner.
Yeah, because it just stopped. Yeah.
Wow.
I ain't turn the damn thing off.
Wow. Yo, Ron secretly flipped the switch.
Yeah, he did something. You see his head.
James gone.
You see he covering his hands doing something.
Why, man?
We gotta stop
action figures around here. You want to see Spawn? Like,
yeah, y'all. I did an interview with Ron and we were in front of the sculptor and he was talking so much shit about my Funko Pops in front of this man. It was crazy.
Yeah, his Funko Pops ain't shit, and I told you that from the jump.
I'm not a Funko person. Like you see, I got my little all my action figures.
I have no toys.
Yeah, and you see my little.
Are these toys or is that a picture? I always thought that was a long picture.
My little sexy Gayven I got right here.
No, above it.
Is that a print?
Right here?
Yeah.
No, that's like every single Marvel character from the Silver Age.
Oh, okay. But it's a picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. This one, yo, I mean, I like the pictures too. Ron, you get great pictures.
We talk about toys and Geeky Fresh on here, and that's his whole thing.
Hold on. Sonya got money. She said she
was you a baller.
Yeah, she got she on that fantastic Frankie ball and drip.
See, what? Y'all be sending this rhetoric that I'm rich.
Hot toy. I wish I could afford a hot toy. I can't even get one of them things.
I thought about getting the hot toy Shuri, and I was like, nah, because if I get one.
Yeah, if I get one, I'm once you pop, the fun don't stop. Yeah.
Broke 5 broke.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah,
we
Gary
got it.
But yeah, Gary, we talking toys. Gary up in here, he probably like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
She got two storms and a Scarlet Witch. Oh yeah, you got money.
Yeah, she got dang.
Yo, black
Hold
people.
up, wait, yeah, 2 storms and a Scarlet Witch. Yeah, she got money. That was at least like $1,500, $2,000.
Yeah, like $500 a piece.
Especially that storm.
Yeah.
Because I saw that, I wanted it. I was like, this should look good. How much is like $900? I was like, no, that's like rent. That's rent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or not even. Some people paying $1,500 for rent.
Mm-hmm.
But what? Paying $1,500 for rent? A lot of people like, especially if you live, especially in New York.
Oh, more. I'm saying
way more.
No, way more. Well, yeah. Well, I know somebody was paying $1,500. They found a deal, but they had a roommate too. So that was like, I was like, damn, you paying $1,500? You got a roommate? That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Frankie just bought a building.
Yeah, Frankie got her own condo on the Upper West Side. On top of that, that ain't cheap.
It's a co-op. It's a co-op, and it was nepotism. It wasn't even like
Upper West Side, and she can still afford to travel.
Damn,
and y'all.
She don't take me nowhere though.
What?
Don't take me
I thought
nowhere.
I posted when I invited y'all all to pull up and pop out, and y'all said nah.
She did that after the fact.
I said, yo, Ron said, next time you go on a trip, let me know. I said, I'm going to Puerto Rico next month. He said, word. And then that was it. That's all I heard.
I invited Frankie out 3 times. She never came through.
That ain't no invitation. That's saying I'm going to Puerto Rico next month.
Exactly. You could be there.
I said, pull up, pop out.
You ain't say, oh, I'm gonna be at this place or whatever or nothing. You said, oh, I'm gonna be out there.
But that's how I go out. My friends will be like, I'm in this place, Frankie, on this date. And that's all they got to tell me.
Right.
And then if I want to be there, I'll be there. You don't got to do anything else. It's like once you tell me you're gonna be somewhere, we grown. You figure it out, Ron. You got 40 jobs.
See,
right?
Yeah, he do.
we talking Geeky Fresh's game. He was like, when y'all want to talk toys, let me know.
He said,
"I'm not." Toys he got more toys than me.
He got mad.
He got mad toys.
And he puts them in like poses, and he
does toy photography. Yeah,
he's really good. Pardon me.
What? He does ACBA.
Articulated. I forgot what it's called. Articulated something.
Comic book art.
Yeah, but yeah,
what a jerk! I got Funko Pops, and you using jargon we don't know.
But yeah, he does.
Homeboy in the comments.
He does ACBA. Yeah.
ACBA. Yeah, the Quantron.
So yeah, follow him on
Instagram.
Instagram.
You're a hater, Frankie.
Look, he said, confirmed it.
So yeah, follow him on Instagram if you're.
I'll check him out.
Frankie done disappeared in the street.
Yeah, because she a hater.
Ron pissed her off. Frankie was like, "I'm out. Fuck."
Yeah.
Wow, y'all kicked me out. That's
crazy. You kicked us out. You left.
This is like actually the ghetto. I cannot believe y'all kicked me out.
That's what happens with the Omega level niggas.
Wow, the ghetto.
Don't get this stream demonetized.
Oh my goodness, James. I thought it would be me for sure. I didn't say the N word.
That's what we call ourselves.
Yeah, had to be the lightest person in the room.
Yeah, it had to be the light skinned person.
Yo, James, it's normally me.
Trying to get this whole stream demonetized.
It's normally me.
The 4 of us on Instagram, we in a group chat. We call ourselves the Omega level
N words.
Yeah, I was talking that word back. We should get together, have some cheese and wine, and do like a show real quick.
Oh yeah, Frankie, that's what I was talking to you about.
You know, I'm charcuterie king out here.
Are you?
Yeah.
You got fig?
You know this.
You got fig?
Yeah.
All right. I ain't eating nobody's charcuterie.
So James, you gonna drop?
You got a honeycomb?
You gonna drive up all the way from Atlantic City if we do it?
Y'all better get me in good advance.
Oh dang! James has a kid.
So do I.
We got Lunchables. Oh, she's so adorable.
I got a dog. I got a cat.
A cat?
Oh yeah, bring the kid.
You got a cat?
I got a cat, dog.
I knew he had a dog. I knew you had a dog. I didn't know you had a cat.
Turtle.
People don't own cats like that. We get dogs.
Turtle.
No, I like cats.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow. Did not know that. I thought that was a white people thing. I thought we got dogs.
We are not a monolith.
We're not a monolith, Frankie.
Y'all always talk about what black people do 5 times on it. Y'all. All day. Oh, dang. Y'all get me tight.
Real quick, go back to the post-credit scene real quick. Last thing I'm gonna mention, like does this get you like somewhat excited for Hawkeye, or is like,
Oh, D.
like what did you feel about the post credits? Do you feel like it was worth it? You feel like they did something different, or
it was something that I didn't know that I needed.
Yeah, if I'm getting Yelena in the Hawkeye movie against Kate Bishop and Clint, I'm down. I'm totally down for this now.
I don't think
I wasn't
in the series.
I wasn't hyped for
in the series.
I don't think she's gonna be in the series.
You don't think Yelena's gonna come back in the series?
She gotta come. Well, why will they?
It's really going to be.
Why they mention that?
She might be
Why y'all
main
yelling at
antagonist.
me? Why y'all yelling at me?
She might
Marvel
be the
been doing
main
this the whole
antagonist
time.
of Hawkeye.
Just like they're doing Loki, and they got his side chick in here. They got all his stuff in here, and we ain't seen Kang yet. So if we doubt this, we gonna be all up in the video.
Let me pitch the story.
You gonna pitch a fire story that ain't gonna happen. So go ahead. But
I just looked it up. It's confirmed by Variety. Florence Pugh is going to be in the Hawkeye series.
All right.
James, did you watch? Did you read the Hawkeye and Winter Soldier comic after Nat died in Secret Empire?
I do remember that. I didn't read it.
Well, the story pretty much is they
the story
pretty much is
that audience.
What's that?
The story pretty much is that they think that Natasha's still alive, but it's really Yelena. So I can imagine like Yelena rolling up on Clint.
I did hear that.
And as Natasha, and him like, oh my God, you're alive, and then immediately trying to murk him.
I would like that. I would like that.
Be crazy.
She gonna be a villain for half an episode.
But because we think that's cool, it's not gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying.
That was why am I not a writer for Marvel, dog?
Like even this whole thing, which I love, Ron. Like your idea for introducing Dr. Doom and Armor Wars. I love that whole thing. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna do it.
No, that was actually a theory that Yelena was the one that fell off the cliff. That basically, when Black Widow happened, that whole facial technology that Melina and Black Widow did, that basically happened between Yelena and Natasha. Yelena was the one that went back when all that shit went down. She thought that Natasha was snapped in the first movie, and that's why she went into a little bit of disarray. Although we know now by Yelena's personality
that could have happened anyway, because Hawkeye doesn't know Yelena, so he wouldn't get his soul stone from that. Yeah,
They're getting me upset.
But first of all, 85 DT. Kang is going to be in Ant-Man 3, but he needs to be in Loki. Like,
my point is what y'all are doing right now, right? You guys are pitching stories that, from your knowledge of comic books and storytelling in general, you are deducing well put together stories. I love Marvel. They're entertaining as hell. But whenever we do this, I feel like they listen to us and they're like, dang, that's fire. Let's make sure we don't do that. You feel me?
Pretty much.
You're telling all this good stuff, and we're gonna be tight. Because let me tell you what's really gonna happen with Yelena and Hawkeye.
Because even all these theories were Loki.
First episode, he's gonna meet Kate Bishop or whatever. Yelena's gonna come in guns, knives out, ready to poke him. Do. He's gonna stop her and be like, "I miss her," and she's gonna be like, "Word." And then she either we won't see her for 3 episodes, or we will see her, but now she not after him. Y'all getting me tight by doing these great stories that we don't get me excited.
We know it ain't gonna happen.
All day I've been tight. How many times I gotta say that?
It's like WandaVision when they were saying Mephisto the entire time. Never happened. We've been saying,
or when they said Monica Rambeau.
Yeah,
I said, "Oh, Photon, okay," and they called her Photon, and then she jumped in front of some white kids and got shot who didn't exist and got shot.
And then that line, they'll never know what you sacrificed. I'm still
tired. That killed the whole series.
That killed the whole thing for me.
Her dream, she woke up, she sacrificed y'all. Ooh.
Yeah.
It'd have been one thing if she jumped in front of them. Ron and I, you and I talked about this last week. If she jumped in front of them kids, knowing the bullets would have went through her. Yeah. She didn't know the bullets was going to go through her. She was like basically sacrificing her life. It was basically Mammy syndrome all over again.
She literally was a magical Negro.
She just
pretty much
kids.
Literally.
She ended up looking like Kane from
kids she never even met.
Nah.
They probably said the N-word. And Wanda racist. She changed her. Wanda was racist. She was changing all their names to racist stuff. So her name Monica, she changed it to Geraldine. She changed that Indian kid's name to something. The black guy's name, she named him like Gerald, and his name was like
his name was Herb.
Is that not racist?
Herb and Geraldine.
Herb and Geraldine.
Imagine, Ron, you and I walk up to a white woman and she's like, I know you, you're Herb and Geraldine. And you say, I'm Ronald, and I say Francis. Like, come on, y'all give me, yo.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
Not even just that, but like even when Monica broke back into the hex and Wanda tried to like get out, like it was like she went full white woman in that moment.
Yo, I got a Loki theory though.
Let's hear it.
That the finale gonna be trash. That's your theory.
Oh no, the classic Loki is our Loki.
Huh?
The classic Loki is our Loki.
Is our Loki?
Wait, what do you mean?
The Loki that died in Infinity War.
Yeah.
He didn't die. He's actually that Loki.
Which Loki?
The classic.
You're saying Infinity War. Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, yes and no, right? They're saying there was at least 5 of the classic Lokis. Right? So one pretended to be a rock. And the other one definitely got
he did. And deceived Thanos so well that he escaped.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have a theory that this finale, I'm hoping
it's not gonna hit. I don't think it's gonna hit.
I think it's gonna hit.
I'm done.
It's gonna hit.
You're done, but you'll be back.
I'll be back. Well, I mean, I'm gonna flame them. Is what I'm gonna do.
I think it's gonna hit.
I feel like there's way too many questions that they're not gonna have time to answer, and only because more than likely it's gonna be like 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
If it does hit? What if we see?
If it does, I'm gonna be happy as hell. But
the thing is, they already had 2 whack episodes.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, they already had 2 whack. And then you think about the season finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier, the season finale of WandaVision. Like so I'm hoping I'm wrong.
So based on episode 5. These are 2 different men that I heard, because y'all was just talking optimism, talking about Hawkeye and Yelena, but now all of a sudden
I told Mike the last time we talked, like it's different with the stories coming out now, because I don't expect anything from them but the story. Like Miss Marvel, I just want to see Miss Marvel, like comic book accuracy, a good character. I'm not expecting it to spin into another story or anything. I just want a Miss Marvel story.
But Marvel don't do that. Because Frankie's champion.
Whatever I'm saying, but whatever they give me is just extra. You know what I mean? Whatever they tease, I won't really care that much.
And you have to remember, Marvel, more than likely, I think this Black Widow movie is the first and last time that they will ever do a closed story. And the reason why, actually, I felt like Far From Home was a closed story as well, and I thought that was what was fire about it. That it was the end credit scene that propelled the other stories, but the story itself was like just a Spider-Man movie. But I don't think Marvel makes these things for their other property, for their Avenger movie. Everything we watch is for their big movie. Yeah, so it's like it's a TV show that we're watching via movies. Yeah. So that's not going to happen. Miss Marvel is gonna do whatever. America Chavez is going to do something for somebody else. Everything is going to be for somebody else. That's laughter.
Yeah, I got a kid.
That's joy. That's life in the background. Black girl joy.
Yeah. So what is that? That's never.
We might as well just bring all of them. No.
Yeah, I told you could bring her.
But Whitby, we don't know if it's going to be another season of Loki.
Yes, I thought they said it's the second season. No, they said there's season 2.
There will be a season 2 of this shit?
Yes.
They announced that?
Yeah.
I don't remember them announcing
a reputable source.
Okay.
Or was it a rumor?
Oh, excuse us.
Reputable source.
Yeah, all right. Was the source you?
Obviously, no.
You got those sources.
No. Yo, there's a Loki 2. Before Lovecraft 2.
Before Lovecraft.
Yeah, before Lovecraft. Don't
Lovecraft 2 could happen. I keep telling y'all that it could just be on another.
Somebody's gonna pick it up.
I mean, Apple TV just bought signed a contract with Misha Green, so Lovecraft 2 could go over there.
Yeah.
But they don't want to see black people.
They
don't want to see black people great. That's the model.
They got that big behind the HBO Max deal. She could just be like, "Nah, I want it." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was production. Yo, they're doing it. There's a second season, by the way.
But I'm like, they don't want to see black people great. I feel like that's the main reason why they didn't do a Lovecraft Country. They have no problem greenlighting a Confederate show about white people winning the Civil War. They have no problem. The only reason that got canceled is because of the backlash. They got no problem greenlighting that. But when Misha Green is like, nah, I want to have the whole South of the United States run by black people. What did she call it? I forgot what she called it.
Supremacy.
She called it black supremacy.
And she had the white lands.
Yeah. She's the white lands.
So soon as they heard the white executives were like, nah, we can't let
white people crying.
Yeah.
Y'all, and also like white people don't know how to act. I'm scared of them. So like if we offend them too much, they're gonna blow us up. Like you know what I'm saying? We get upset and we
even when we don't offend them.
That's what I'm saying. So you trying to do a black supremacy thing so some white guy can jump up in my crib, talk about Fantastic Frankie, talk about how great this is why this is here, and then blow me up? Nah, boy.
I'm gonna get you the strap, yo. You're gonna be all right.
Yo.
Oh, so y'all motherfuckers.
We're in New York City. I know how to shoot, yes, but our gun laws, we can't practice. When I lived down south, I went to college down south. I went to grad school in Arkansas, and I remember people would invite me to dates, and they'd be like, "We gonna shoot kids." I went out with this guy once. His 8-year-old nephew had the blick. He was on the floor shooting cans. You know how from 20 feet away. You know how hard it is to shoot something from 20 feet away.
Yes.
We can't do that. Oh yeah, y'all too. It's hard, yo. It's hard. You telling me you could shoot accurately from 20 feet away at 8?
At 8? No,
I
don't know. I was
at 8. Y'all get me tight. Yes, James, I get it. You've been shooting for 50 years. So of course,
James is in the wild
he learned how to shoot in Nam. Of course,
was based on him.
Of course, James.
I would like to go to a gun range. I've never done it before, but at least in Jersey, like most of the gun ranges are in like South Jersey, and
yes, they are.
That's what them racist Republican white folks are in Jersey. So I'm like, I don't trust that.
I don't have a dig, but I would imagine that's how it feels like to ejaculate is shooting a gun, bro.
What?
Just be like, it's just power. It's power. You're holding a death machine.
Not at all.
That's because y'all have that feeling, okay? You're holding, Mike, look me in the eyes.
A car is
Let me look straight here. You're holding a death machine.
You're the captain now. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
In front of you. Yo, accuracy. Y'all, I shot a crossbow and I was like, now I see why Hawkeye was like, I could fight with Thor. It just gives you a power that you're like, I could do whatever.
It still ain't like ejaculate. Like it ain't like
I don't know, but it's the closest.
But women, you still a woman. You still a woman. You still got an orgasm. And actually, women's orgasms are more intense than men.
That's why I said it was
and last longer.
That's why I said it was yours because I figured it was comparable. I thought y'all get it quick and go. So like that. That's why I said y'all.
That's a lot of white men.
Okay.
Yo, y'all not gonna was in the woods surviving. Yo, I'm just saying, you shoot something with that much power and you hit your target.
This whole stream get demonetized.
Yeah, I'm trying to chill. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring that out. I'm gonna leave.
Don't get me started. You know I don't got no filter. You about to
yo.
I got kids in the background.
Yo, also, y'all need to watch.
Hopefully, ain't no kids watching the stream. Nah, I don't got no kids watching my stream, but. But yeah, like wait, look at the Gary. Like, wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We were talking about shooting guns.
Indescriptively
shooting guns. Y'all.
But going back to that conversation. But yeah, actually, real quick, yeah, the white lands were actually filled with zombies, but the white folks in charge weren't trying to hear that.
Oh, they absolutely weren't.
But yeah, I forgot what I was about to say about Lovecraft. Oh yeah, now I remember. But the whole thing about white people acting crazy because of it. I'm like, I don't give it. Like who fuck white people feel like I don't care. I drink white tears. I give it to me all. But like. Mm-hmm. Because they're gonna act crazy regardless. There was no season 2 of Lovecraft Country. And they still stormed the Capitol. But my whole thing is like representation equals normalization. So give me a show with like black supremacy. Like we finally got our black magic. We ruling shit. We got our reparations and things like that, because then that leads to more properties and more things getting done. Like Black Panther, as an example, was like the first time you saw a black director getting a multi-million-dollar budget, and especially
they consider that a gamble.
They consider that a gamble, and even still to this day, it made Marvel over $1 billion, and yet over in DC they're like, we don't want to do a static movie. But it's like,
you know why though? Because they tested him, right? So if people didn't love him in Civil War, remember, and when Captain America and Civil War came out, all anyone was talking about was Black Panther.
The little white kids started buying the costumes, and they knew they had money.
That's why. But if he didn't debut in Civil War, we would have never got that. You get what I'm saying? And to be honest, it's the same with women. Sometimes worse. Like you'll see black men get way more and afford it way more than a woman is. Like we're gonna see this stuff with Riri. Promise you, it's gonna be a Yasuke. I'm gonna call her Yasuke forever.
No, I don't think so. The actress don't play that. I forget her name. She don't play that.
Okay.
She don't play that. And then
the bag always.
I think with the Captain Marvel, the real reason they released that because they saw how well Wonder Woman did, even though Wonder Woman was just it was good, but then they said, we can do it because they did it,
but that's what I'm saying. And
I don't know about this. I don't know about this one right here.
That was never going to happen. This never
really in the plans.
Yeah, really, real quick though.
Make you feel good.
We love Cyborg enough for.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know about. Give me John Stewart before Cyborg.
It was never going to happen. They won't give us John Stewart because he has too much prominence as a Green Lantern.
Yeah. First off, you should have never taken him and put him on the Justice League. He does not belong with that crew. He belongs with the Teen Titans. Put him back with his own crew. Take him out of Doom Patrol too.
And I don't want to see how Jordan for like another 50 years. I don't want to see him in any kind of property.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give me a John Stewart solo movie. Like where's Vixen? But it's sad they're announcing a Black Clark Kent, and it's like, come on.
John Stewart and Kyle Rayner. That's all I need in Green Lantern. That's it.
Like no Val Zod, no President Superman.
I want a Blue Marvel.
None of that.
Or Icon.
They need to redo Blue Marvel's origin before we get him.
No, they definitely need to redo Blue Marvel. Yeah,
they need to let me write. I'm pitching my stories.
He is a cool.
But that's what I'm saying. That like these movies redo origin stories, right? All the time.
His origin is so bad though.
His origin is hella bad in the
So I'm saying they can redo it.
Yeah, they definitely need to redo
it. They could.
Real quick, we got
all the time.
We got our first super chat of the stream of the night from Cali Buzz. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Salute to y'all. Support black YouTubers. Thank you so much. Hashtag just like Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everybody black. Just not like Candace Owens or anybody.
Candace Owens not black.
Nah.
She renounced it.
God just said black people aren't in a monolith. She's a different type of black,
but not the one we claim.
Anthony Mackie's like a different kind of black. Like we claim him. We don't really want black.
Yeah.
I don't know what he be talking about sometimes.
Exactly.
He's the Meg of black people. Meg from Family Guy. I feel like that's Anthony Meg. Every time we be like, "Oh, shut up, Anthony."
You said Meg. I had to think for a second because the only Meg I think about is the style.
I love that. I love that. Yes, you're right. I'll elaborate from now.
White people
that should be the
hands on my knees. I don't know if you're watching TikTok.
I love that.
White people can't do nothing without us, which is why which is why they didn't want to do Lovecraft Country season 2. So yeah, that's trash.
Dang.
But I mean, we've been going for almost 2 hours, so
I think we did a complete show.
Yeah, I don't really got nothing else to say as far as Black Widow or anything like that. Or actually, real quick, what if y'all? Because I didn't get y'all thoughts on that.
That's the trailer looked fire.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I think you got my thoughts already.
Yeah, I got yours, but I wanted to get while I had you. Because who knows when the next time I'll be able to get Frankey? Like
she's always booked now.
Yeah, I'll probably be able to get her for till I don't know, Eternals come out.
Black people will always tease you for prospering.
But is it really teasing?
They be like, look at James taking care of his daughter.
I love that you're booked. But I
Yeah.
feel like
I'm just trying to get like
I'm
you.
like, yeah, I'm just trying to get a little bit of that,
Hey.
little bit of that light shining over here.
Nah, you got to say it how black people say it. We see you, Hollywood.
We see you.
We see you out there, Hollywood.
I always say y'all names. All of
You
y'all.
stay busy.
Always say y'all name. And if they're ever like, yo, Frankie, you can invite somebody, I always do. So, when we all eat. We
You
all
don't
gonna
invite
eat.
me nowhere.
Wow, Ron. That's crazy. I thought I just went to the Gowanus. I had to go through hell.
I invited you.
But I went. It was 98 degrees. Y'all, I sweated so bad that you ever had sweat go down your back into your butt crack?
Yes.
It went through my butt crack and down my leg. That's how hot it was, y'all. I had to throw my clothes away.
You had a good time. You had a good time.
Yo, crazy.
You had a good time.
Y'all get me tight. Somebody said face booked. For yeah. Love it.
Hashtag booked and blessed.
Thank you.
We still need to get her on the stream more often. But like I said,
y'all know I love y'all.
Frankie's social media is in the link below. Make sure y'all tweet her or send her a Facebook DM like, come back to the Safe Gayven, Frankie. We want you back.
Yes, I'm still waiting on y'all to give me an idea for a panel for this con, so I can start writing it up.
That's real. We got
about New York Comic Con.
Yeah, give me an idea.
We gotta find out if we get the press passes. We won't know for like 21 days.
Yeah.
I know a couple people already got the nine.
Did y'all apply?
I didn't do mine early. When I sent it to y'all, that's when I did it.
I was gonna say, Ron, I know you applied, but Frankie and James, did y'all apply for or did you did the regular?
I didn't apply, but I emailed them like, give me a pass.
Oh, you're a thug.
Yeah, she got the connect. Like,
no, but that's what you got to do. All they want, I don't think they really research. So I screenshot my insights and then I tell them I have a directed audience. So I'm like, hey, I heard y'all trying to talk to blacks. I indeed talk to the blacks. Give me a pass so I could talk to the blacks for y'all.
That's what I said in my application for the press.
I'm like, be crazy too, but I don't do that. Like,
I wanted the rare black queer voices in this nerd space.
Always.
Like, you gotta read, like,
yeah.
So let's hope they get. But
I've been throwing people under the buses too. I'm
sure y'all get passed. I've been denied every year. I've been denied every year for press
2019. I had a pass.
Yeah,
I had a pass. 2019, I had a press pass. 2018,
I've been denied. I was denied every year.
I had a pro badge in 2019. Remember, I was there
for influencers. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a press pass because I didn't have a website. You need a website for a press badge, so I did a pro badge instead, and they gave me that. And then I've
never seen a pro badge and a press pass is like you get to use the bathroom.
The bathroom, like I'm trying to use that dirty bathroom, and you still get to. You just ask them. I just throw people under the bus. I'm like, look, y'all trying to hire a woman, a black person, and a Latino, or you could just get it all at once. And they'd be like, worked. And then I get my stuff.
I don't even speak no Spanish though.
It do not matter. Neither do. But you know what I realized? No, all of the Latinos they ever cast and everything. Like I was watching The Flash, right? And there's 5 white Latinas on it having a conversation in Spanish. Clearly, none of them spoke Spanish. It was clear. They were like Esperanza en la biblioteca.
Nobody has a problem with that. Unless somebody's black.
But then my black ass says one word, and I get Dominicans were like, I almost turned on my comments. Dominicans were trolling me crazy.
They're like, yo, ¿qué fue? What are you saying? You don't know how to speak that?
But was I not right? Because Disney new movie, what is it called?
I was just about to bring that up. You saw
black people in it.
Encanto.
How they got more black people?
It's almost like Disney was trolling In the Heights.
I said, yo, how?
It's like, no, our movie gonna have black Hispanic people.
Then In the Heights, y'all. I do have to say this. If any of y'all lived in the Heights, they all look like Ron. They all look like Ron, and they'll tell you immediately. I know black. I'm Dominican.
Dominicano.
Yeah. So I'd be like, what?
They just on the east side of the island. That's it.
I'd be like, this look just like Harlem. But
yeah, still to this day, I got people saying in my comments, because I made a video about colorism in the Heights. Still to this day, I'm still getting comments like, oh, you need to stay out of this conversation, or you don't know what you talk about. This isn't a problem in the Latino community. I'm like, yeah, probably because you're white.
You're white representing.
Yeah, the white representing Latino. Somebody was cursing me out in Spanish. And I was
Yeah,
like,
people.
I don't
People
play these
telling
games
me
because I think stuff like this
you're
is not like
playing
it's
victim.
not exactly. It's not just like a discussion issue. It's like we wouldn't have this conversation like we would on the internet because in real life I smack shit out of you. Like
I'm like, yeah. Plus, I'm like, little do they know, I'm like, my grandmother's from Venezuela. Like,
exactly.
shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
It does not matter. It
My name
doesn't
could have been
change
Michael
what is
Mendoza.
it. You don't have to be Latino to know that Latinos are racist. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I
and
don't mess with
honestly,
white
even in the
representing
height,
Spanish people.
within my own family, I've had like them like they're not even worried about me learning Spanish. Puerto Ricans aren't big on like teaching their kids Spanish,
Not at all.
but they are big on
True.
how dark are you getting? Oh man, what's going on with your hair? Are you gonna straighten it? Oh, look at it. You get what I'm saying? Because for them, they want to disassociate from being black, so that's their main concern. So the racism is apparent within us, like worse than black people. You get what I'm saying? The colorism and stuff like that. So I'm over it.
If you're into it, I have a friend who has a podcast. I'm not even gonna shout him out. Just fucking. But it's the Friction Podcast. The Friction Podcast with my friend.
Speaking of Ron, when you starting your podcast? How about
this summer? But,
summer halfway over.
I got you.
I'm like, ain't it the summer now?
That's the interrupted.
He gonna say summer, spring. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And one of the guys on the show was his show was African, and he said that he wanted to have mixed babies, and he wanted to have mixed babies because he didn't want them to go through the same things that he went through, like because like somebody is like a different color or less color, you think they're going to have the advantages, and it's sad that people have to think that way.
Little does he know that it's just as bad because it happens on both ends.
Yeah. It's really difficult. Like I'll be at a cookout and like I'm the darkest person on my father's side and I'm the lightest person on my mother's side.
Nah, you don't be at a cookout. You be at a barbecue.
Oh, why are you playing us like that? First of all, why are you acting like you don't be like y'all don't be up in there eating Pernell? Y'all get me tight. Y'all don't be eating our food. I saw Ron get in the lineup on 168 last week. Y'all, Ron, you on thin ice today. Okay. But like it's difficult.
Ron showing out tonight. He's like
showing his butt. You don't want a Jim Jones Safe, okay? I haven't done one in a while, but I can. But either way, it is difficult. But at the end of the day, there are some things that I've afforded and still being afforded because of the way that I look, because I'm a little bit lighter, because my hair is a little bit longer. You can't deny that. But at the same time, yeah, we still it's not negating that we have a difficult time.
But yeah, anti-blackness is universal. That's why I don't be on that when people are like, oh, POC. No, PO black.
PO black.
Yeah.
Blacks and y'all.
Yeah, blacks and the rest of y'all. Because Asians, Latino folks, Indian folk, they could be just as racist, or if not more, than fucking white people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm whatever.
Yeah, so talking serious stuff. There's giggling in the background.
Yeah.
Joy?
I love it. I
feel like Miss Hannigan. I'm like, who is laughing?
Yeah.
Little girls. I'm sorry.
Miss Hannigan.
Musical theater reference. I'm a nerd on all fronts. Thank you.
Annie? Really?
Annie popped when I was
You're a theater nerd?
Yes.
Yeah.
So's Michael.
Yeah. So
I know Michael is. I didn't know Frankey was.
Yeah.
Me and Frankey was talking about. Actually, now that it's in my head. Now that things are starting to open up again, like Broadway, I think is supposed to open up in September. We need to do like a Broadway date.
I bought like 2 tickets to a couple of shows.
Oh,
so
see,
just tell me when you
see what happens when you got money.
I'll talk to y'all offline. I can get some free tickets.
Ooh, I love that. You're a fireman. Yeah, because I bought 2 tickets to see Company because Patti LuPone and Katrina Link is in it. Very excited about that. I got 2 tickets to see Hamilton with all blacks, which is about to be fire.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Hamilton yet, and I want to see.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I've seen it on Disney Plus, but I mean like live.
Yeah. And then I'm waiting for Hadestown to drop because I haven't seen it, and I heard Persephone's not even coming back.
Theater nerds. Yeah, I got my degree in theater performance, so that's what I went to. That's what I went to school for.
Oh no,
FAMU, yeah.
HBCU. I just like sing live music and live stuff. It's just I think it's real talent. So
y'all HBCU nerds think y'all better than everybody else.
Yeah, don't be mad.
Yeah, don't be mad. We got that.
Yes, they do.
We went to Wakanda.
Yeah, you mad that we supported
it's cool. It's cool, but y'all always like throwing it in somebody's face. I mean, it's a
never
privilege
heard
that
hater
y'all went there.
It's a business that went there.
It's a privilege
I
y'all
saw
went there,
Ron
yo.
with nothing but whites the other day on the beach.
Yeah, right? The beach.
Work?
He talking about he the black, but yeah, when he go to the beach, he with nothing but white people.
Talking about I'm at a barbecue. You were at a barbecue. I thought I saw cozy on your cup. Don't play with me. Cozies. Yeah, don't play with me. Ron wear the sunglasses that you get for free in a swag bag.
Yeah. That he got from his white friends.
Dang. Wow. I love to see it.
But yeah, I don't got nothing else to say in terms of
that was good,
AK Watch. Yeah. Oh wait, y'all in theater too. I found my tribe. Well, welcome again. Welcome to, hold on, where's that? Welcome to the Safe Gayven, the theater Gayven. So
the theater Gayven.
But yeah, we definitely need to get together and do like a Broadway night out. Like, because I do want to see dear Evan Hansen again now that Evan Hansen's black.
Jordan Fisher's going back.
Yeah, Jordan Fisher's going black. Oh, going black. He's going back. He's going back in September.
Ooh, that boy got pipes.
He got pipes. Yeah.
Ooh, he got pipes. Yeah. All right, I'll do that.
Yeah, I want to see it. And then the Tina Turner story.
Oh, they got Tina Turner.
Yeah,
they got Tina
Turner. Is it called What's Love Got to Do with It? Is it like
No, I think it's called the Tina Turner story.
Yeah. I thought it was just called Tina.
Yeah,
it's just called Tina. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I don't really like biopics like that because I don't think it's gonna top Angela, but I like to watch.
You don't think Tina's own story can top Angela's performance?
Is Tina in it?
No, but we don't. I mean, but even
yes,
but even Sister Act with fuck, what was her name?
I didn't like that either.
That one to Tony. You ain't like Sister Act?
No.
Damn, I like the music
on Broadway.
Yeah, on Broadway.
Nah, I didn't. I thought it was I don't know. I don't know. Not those. I don't like knowing the songs that they about to sing.
Oh.
I like it feeling like totally original. That's why I don't like Mamma Mia. They singing Shaba or whatever, Abba or whatever.
Abba Shaba?
It's Shaba.
Abba.
Shaba.
I ain't like Mamma Mia only because like even though a lot of Broadway is this like felt like this felt hella white.
Yeah. Like I'm also gonna see the comedies like Book of Mormon and stuff like that, man.
That's incredible.
Yeah, Book of Mormon is another one I want to see too.
It's amazing. I'll go with you to see that again.
Like I have the soundtrack, but I haven't actually seen it.
Why would you listen to the songs without see?
Ron not a real.
You're not a real.
I'm not. I won't.
Because they sound totally different when you listen to them, and then you hear it live.
Especially if you can't see it live. Yeah, that's the first thing you do. You get that soundtrack.
He ain't never struggled like that.
Yeah, you ain't never been on that. That's what happens. That's what happens when you got 40. That's what happens when you got 40 jobs.
I'm not that kind of nerd.
Oh, and Galinda is black now too. First black Galinda
for Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I love to say the Wiz. I was like, the Wiz is back.
You said the Wiz, nah. And Wicked.
I love Wicked.
Y'all let me know when the Wiz comes back.
Yeah, I'll take the kids to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying to screen Fierro with black girls, so I need to book some of that too. That's
like Rent needs to come back to Broadway.
I've seen Rent too many times. Who going? No,
I have too, but still, like that's a classic.
How many times I watch people just get AIDS? I'm over it. I'm over it.
When what's his face was the Phantom?
Norm
Lewis. Yeah, I wanted to see that too, but I didn't get a chance. Yeah, but yeah, everybody's bringing up all this Avenue Q.
I used to train. Norm Lewis used to train at my gym. I used to work at a gym called Temple on 47th, and it was like a gay gym, and it was like super exclusive. He used to be there.
Super exclusive. Of course, it had to be with you there.
I didn't go there. I worked there. I was the help. Okay, and
you had super exclusive clients.
He couldn't pick me out in a lineup. He didn't know my name, and just every day he would work out, and I would try to like talk to him, and it's really hard. And his voice is just as deep in person. It's really cool.
If y'all don't have the final performance of Rent on DVD or Blu-ray or streaming, I don't know if it's streaming or whatever. Maybe not streaming, but the digital rights. Get that final Broadway performance, live Broadway performance of Rent. That shit is great.
Oh, and Aida's coming back.
That should be having me like I'll be crying.
Aida's coming back with an all-black cast. Thank God.
Geeking out here, me and James like, wow.
Sorry, y'all. Yeah,
they like
Aida is Romeo and Juliet, but it's set in Africa. But when it first came out,
Now we're getting
they made the
stereotype.
rich people. They made the rich people white. So the girl who Tay Diggs' wife from Rent, and Dina Menzel, the one who plays Elsa, was a princess in Egypt. Okay, and then Aida was played by Heather Headley. So it became a race thing, and it was like set all up in Africa. The gods love Nubia, and it's white people singing it.
So
Because
it's like Prince of Egypt, where they got all the people of color.
So that's when her fever started.
The only
her fever
all the
started
voice
from
actors
Rent.
were white.
Him in Rent.
And
She
Prince
met
of
Tay
Egypt.
Diggs in Rent. He was an original cast member. So
yeah, Tay Diggs was the original cast member in Rent. I saw Rent with the original cast in '96.
You were way too young for that.
Yeah, I was 11.
Yeah, that was way too young. But either way, they're redoing Aida, which was highly problematic, and they're doing all blacks, and I love to see it. So yeah, I'm sorry, we geeked out.
But no, I was gonna say like the Prince, like Prince of Egypt, with like the whole is all brown people, with the voice cast is all white. Even though I love that music.
Did I make a video on that?
You did.
They had like Jodie Foster playing that girl with the locks, and they had like Sandra Bullock. They weren't even Jewish, except for Jeff Goldblum. I was like, they had Steve Martin playing this blackity black guy.
Was Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yes, that's what it was. Michelle.
Yeah.
I always mix her up with Jodie Foster.
Did you go to like a theater high school in the city, Frankie?
No, I was just an intense kid. Like if I like something, I go all in. So like it was just something like that. I went to see Wicked with Indina and Kristen like on a like high school trip, and after that I was like, oh, I got to see everything. Oh, and then like it's just how I live my life.
Yeah, I went to performing arts high schools pretty much all my life. Elementary school, high school.
Yeah, I can't sing or dance. My voice is just deep, and I don't know if that's like being from New York, but I can't sing.
I can't dance, but I can singing and acting. That was my thing.
You said what? You said what?
Did you just say a couple seconds ago? Not all black people are
monolith. God,
right, that's the theme of this episode.
I like to think that.
Yeah.
I like to think all the cultures that have combined to create me, it canceled out. With the dancing.
It canceled out the dancing, yeah.
They gave you a megaphone, but they just eliminated all of your dance skills, your singing skills.
And they said we're just gonna make her super
you have the
charming
basic
and
rhythm
funny.
though?
No.
Damn.
I always say like
I can't even do that cute shit, niggas.
The two step. I can't even do the two step.
I'm talking about the one that's on TikTok now.
Yeah,
you know when they walk in front of.
The black people. Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I saw that video. I was like, I ain't even gonna try it.
Guys asked me to dance on the dance floor. I'm gonna just make a joke and get him to buy me a drink. That's the trick.
I always say like me and Dancer got to a fight and we never made up. Like that's my.
Then what am I inviting you out for? You can't dance.
I'm wild charming. Yeah, let me tell you.
I got charisma. I can
Frankie
nod.
at a party is always a W. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna be dressed nice. I'm gonna make sure everybody drunk. I do this thing where you don't notice that I'm refilling your drink, okay? And I'm hilarious. Everybody likes a funny girl.
Oh, you're one of those, Dr.
Yeah, you looking. You're like, I thought I drank more. No, I've been pouring it while you've been talking to old girl. I've been re-pouring your drink, okay? Slick.
But I guess since we on the theater, oh wait, wrong one. Wait, where'd it go? It's just chat just jumped on me. Here we go. Y'all think this West Side Story remake movie gonna be good?
I've seen the movie and I think it's the wackest thing on earth.
I don't like when they redo movies. I don't like when they do live action I like when they do like what they did with Hamilton.
Yeah.
I don't like when they try to make it. The whole point of why the musical is good is to see how they change the stage.
Yeah, the staging or what the stage looks like.
And the fact that it's live, don't nobody want to hear a master version. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do. And you guys, if we go to Comic Con together, I'm hoping that at one point we can, snap up to somebody.
You want us to do something in rhythm together, and you said you can't dance?
I'm gonna walk in the middle, and y'all gonna semicircle. You feel me? And y'all gonna snap, and they're like, "What's going on?" And then like, "Oh, Frankie here."
Oh, like a flash.
And then I'm gonna do like what it is. I'm gonna do what it is.
I always wanted to do that.
No, like I'm gonna call someone out. Right, we're gonna walk over. Y'all gonna be like the crew. Y'all gonna snap till we get there, and then I'm gonna be like, "Cut it, y'all stop." and I'm be like, leave us. And then y'all leave, and then I press them.
I'm like, maybe we could do a Goku thing. Like, if enough black people put their hands out, give us some energy, it'll give us the. We'll eventually get the rhythm.
Yeah,
rhythm bomb.
Yeah, rhythm bomb.
It's actually a spirit bomb. It's the spirit of dancing.
Yeah, the spirit of dancing. But we could keep talking all day, but we're not, because I'm starting to get hungry, and I know y'all. I know Ron last time we talked about, he was like, "Damn, we go 2 hours, we need to have some snacks."
That's why I said we should get together and have like a snack filled.
Yeah, get the shark. The shark. I can't even say that word.
Charcuterie.
You over by me or by Frankie? You know, Frankie got the money though. She probably.
We got to go to Frank, the Upper West Side. Let's go sightseeing.
Yeah, and we got wild spots.
But you know, if we go over there, especially if all 4 of us, we go over there, like, you know what, the white people gonna be staying. They're gonna call the cops on us.
Scared.
Like,
if we laugh too loud, they're gonna be like, "Oh, is everything okay?"
Yeah.
I do like to do things to make sure that they feel uncomfortable. Like when they sit on the stoop, I'll be like, "Excuse me, we can't do that. This is not the ghetto. Please get up." Yeah. If they're doing something, I don't open the door for them. If I see them, even if I know they live there, I'd be like, "Y'all got a key, right?" Okay. Like or I'll ask them if they work somewhere when I know clearly they don't. Real quick,
I love this nerd culture talk, y'all. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. How y'all feel about these fantasy books out right now? Which books? Which books? Like, you talk about comic books, novels?
Yes. So many fantasy.
From N.K. Jemisin.
N.K. Jemisin.
Which actually, let me plug something real quick. Hold on, where is it? Let me find it.
Mike love magic. Magic blood. What is it? Blood magic.
Stormborn. Oh, Between Magic and Dreams.
No.
I just got this in the mail.
Did you get lost?
I just got this in the mail today. Crescent City Monsters. Dream Fury Comics. Trade paperback issues 1 through 4 right here.
Bro, what you trying to do? What you trying to do?
You already know. I already knew you had it. I got the trade. So yeah, support Black comic creators.
Ain't nothing blacker than asking James for a recommendation, because he instantly turns into that guy who has a trench coat with a bunch of stuff in here. Like, what you need? What you need, my friend? Yeah. I got that. Yeah.
When it comes to indie comics and things like James know he got that. Yeah, you're pretty sure you got any ad over there. I don't got any ad.
You can't even talk about, like, you can't even ask him what Black comic is out. You got to tell him specifically. He be like, what do you want? Action, adventure.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get some support indie comic,
this is a fantasy comic. There you go.
Yeah, if you want to get some indie comics, some recommendations and stuff like that, hit James up. Again, all the social media in the links below.
Glamorella's daughter said about an autistic girl whose mother is a superhero and how they navigate that. It's pretty
wow.
Cool.
Wow. Yeah. Yo, last thing before we get off, Ron, when you gonna invite us to do a Black D&D?
But I was going to mention that. Y'all
every
talking over me. I'm just now learning how to play in D&D, but I would love to do a Black D&D or with a certain theme. I'm really good at story writing and stuff. So we can do it. Make it happen.
Yeah.
What did he call?
Frankie just got to find the time to play.
If it's all black people, would it be called N&D?
Oh, dang.
I said, if it's all black people, would it be called N&D?
Oh, God.
You're going to get us demonetized.
Only I can say. I didn't say the word. I just learned how to play. White people can't make that joke, though.
There's also like a board game. I showed it to Michael, but it's published and funded by black people. And it's
no, you never showed it. You never showed it.
I sent you the link.
You said you were going to DM me, but you never did.
I sent you the link in this chat here.
Why y'all yelling? He ain't get it.
He
ain't get it.
I don't remember you sending me this.
All right. Well, yeah, maybe we'll play that instead of D&D because it's black already.
Yo, let's sign up. I'm trying to make it peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I'm about to order Uber Eats.
Yeah, I'm playing it.
But yeah, so everybody, thank you for joining the stream or whatever. Ron,
it's a long ass stream.
It was. It's probably the longest one. It's probably the longest one. But yeah, Ron, plug yourself.
I'm Ron for You to Read Comics. I specialize in talking about the comic books that influence the pop culture that you all love and enjoy. You can find me at YouDon'tReadComics.com. You Don't Read Comics on Facebook. You Don't Read Comics on Instagram. You Don't Read Comics on Twitter. Google me. Google You Don't Read Comics.
He said Google him. But real quick, let me address this.
My SEO is mad high.
Black Sands. Me, I'm not. I know a lot of people on that Black Sands thing, but a lot of people told me that the creator is homophobic, so I can't get on Black Sands. So, and we in the safe, we in the Safe Gayven, so I can't. A lot of people that I trust have told me.
I will say this: one of the people
I don't know for a fact.
One of the people that he signed to entertainment is Wild Hotep.
So we know what that means.
Yeah, we know what that means. So I can't support Black Sands. So if you do, that's good. Root for. But for me, I can't. I
don't like when black people do like a culture thing or like a God thing, and it's always like Egyptian. Like there's more to our culture than that, and a lot of it isn't that. You know what I mean? It's not, a lot of it isn't that. It's more like what you see in like Black Panther, people with the bones and they lip and stuff like that. Like not all Egyptian gods and kings. You know what I mean?
It's just like whenever white people are doing they do Vikings, right? It's like it's just.
But that's not what it is. I'm saying
it's a huge part of our origin, right? Yeah. Like we're all from Africa. What I don't like is when they try to do, which they're gonna do with King, where they make it seem like the wonders that Egyptians and stuff created was because an alien race pulled up.
But I'm actually fine with it because they're gonna make King black. So.
No, still, we did that on our own.
If they say the aliens was black, then that's fine.
Yeah.
If we are the aliens, But real quick, AK Watch, is this a book? Like, is this a comic book series or is this like an actual novel? So let me know in the stream. But yeah, like, because I got a lot of fantasy books. There was a meme where I saw. I was like, I feel like I'm personally attacked because it's like I feel like buying books and reading books are two different hobbies. Because I got a shit ton of.
You buy stuff that you never read.
Yeah, I'll buy stuff and I don't read it till like 10 years after I buy it.
You see my stack.
No, even this, like I got this right here. I probably won't read it for like 2 years.
That's a dope ass book, Mike. You need to read that.
I love it. He said, "Read that."
Because even Invincible, I've been on issue 23 for the since Invincible was off the air.
Yo, Invincible is hard to read through and through. It's heavy stuff.
It is heavy, but
it's not like it's a hard read, but it's heavy stuff.
I read most of my books when I'm on Frankey mode, like aka vacation mode. Like I go to the beach and I'll read like a trade paperback or a novel or something.
Yo, like Frankey mode should be work mode. Y'all see nothing but content from me all the time. Okay,
that's why you be traveling every week. Where you going this week?
Yo, I'm gonna be here until next week,
and
then
she said you can't hang out with me, and you can't hang out with me because you're going to Texas.
But am I going to Texas to chill, or am I going because I'm at a con?
Okay.
And I am a special guest.
I'm excited. It's been really hard, y'all, to like get a guest spot. Like not as a cosplayer. Like a lot of cons respond to me like, so what are you cosplaying as? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm doing the same thing this other guy you guys got as a guest. Yeah. And for them, they for so long they didn't think it was marketable. And like I'm so hyped that like DreamCon was like, yo, absolutely, you shouldn't. Oh, almost cursed. But they were like, pull up, you kidding me? Like definitely. And
those are cool dudes though.
I think it's gonna open up a lot of doors, and it's going to make it a lot easier because I've been trying really hard to support the Black cons more than the whites. And the white cons have been real tempting, y'all. So
they come to get y'all.
They be in my DMs. They be like, hey, Frankey, what's up? Hey, big head.
But are they paying? Like they need to.
Yes.
Oh,
yo,
okay.
I love y'all.
Yeah.
But white people who have never approached me without a bag. And that's on period.
Well, there
Sorry.
you go.
It'd be black people who'd be like, can you please do this for exposure? And they all have 1,200 followers. Talk about can I do it for exposure? But white people
have more than them.
Yeah, and then white people will pull up and they'd be like, here's the bag. Can you do this for me?
But when you do it for them, it's like they kind of own it. You know what I mean? And they do whatever they want. Like we were talking before about writing and stuff.
They try it. And then if you tell them no, most of the time they'll say, all right.
You need to pay people for their time. Same thing with artists. Where the people will hit up artists like, oh, can you do this for me? And you give them their rate. And they like, oh, no, I thought you would do, just for the exposure. I could post it. Like, pay me for my.
That's what my page is for. The exposure.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, speaking of exposure, Frankey, expose yourself right now by plugging your. You like that segue?
I did love it. If you guys enjoyed me today, that's low-key what my entire page is. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram at Fantastic Frankey, Frankey, or on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, Twitter is not as poppin', at Fanboy Fighter. We have a lot of fun. I engage, so like hit me up. I answer all my DMs. I answer all the comments. And if you say something crazy, you will be read. So like be ready for that as well. But yeah, definitely pull up.
Frankey, fantastic.
All right. Yeah, she answered all DMs, but except she don't answer it the way I want. When it's like,
Exactly.
hey Frankie, could you come on the stream?
But I at least answer. I don't leave you on red, right? And I'm an AKA. I've been trained differently, y'all. It's hard. That's me breaking the.
I forgot you were AK. I forgot you were AK. I wanted to be.
I'm in this club and socially and this and this.
Yeah, I was about to say I wanted to pledge alpha. I wanted to pledge alpha, but as soon as they told me how much that price was, I was like, never mind.
You get sponsors.
They wanted like $5,000. I was like, yeah, no.
$5,000
to be an
alpha?
alpha?
Did you pledge with?
To be an alpha.
It's only $1,200.
I was like, nah.
$1,200. Everybody was using their refund check.
All that to get a pair of Gore-Tex?
Even then, I didn't.
No, it's a lot more. I got into my grad school. A scholarship because I was an AKA. When I went abroad in Japan, I met people and got friends. It was able because of AKA. Whenever I go anywhere, I could just reach out to that network, and it is a great network if you utilize it properly. And it shouldn't be $5,000. It's normally $1,200.
I was out of state. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but
I was in North Carolina.
I was gonna say I didn't get no refund check.
Oh yeah, and then you could also like fundraise. Like I fundraised. I hit up everybody at my mom's job, at my dad's job, and I was like, "Can y'all give me cheese, please? I want to be AK." And they were like, "Cool." I just wrote them all a letter.
That's cool.
And,
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, y'all. We're just a will there's a way.
And then maybe I ain't wanted it. I guess maybe I ain't wanted it, especially when I was like, you had to step. I was like, nah.
And I didn't have to step. They knew who I was. I would hold the mirror. I'd be like, y'all do not want me to step.
Especially when you come out. What was it called?
Have rhythm to be an AK.
Yeah, your
Frankie was this. You know, there's that girl who walking in front of the line. I made sure everybody was cleared. I was that girl.
Your pro band, you had to do the 4-step show. Big brother, hey,
no, and I would MC instead. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, when you got, I didn't have to dance because I was funny. So I'd be like, I'm not gonna step in this, but I'll MC, and they'd be like, "Word, Frankie, MC instead."
Well, there you go.
All right,
you know how to navigate.
Yeah, navigate, man, navigate.
But James, I didn't have a segue for that. I was thinking. I was
James,
like,
James Grandmaster FAQs boys. You can follow me on Grandmaster FAQs on Instagram, Grandmaster FAQs on not TikTok. I ain't know no damn TikTok.
You need to get TikTok.
Or Twitter. But I am the creator of the Facts Project podcast, and I am also co-host of the Party Nerds podcast. You can see the Party Nerds on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. Pretty much in my 5th year with the crew, and we're about to get back at it. So thank you.
All right. And finally, guys, you already know you're on my channel, so you already know where to find me. I'm behind on a lot of the content that I've been wanting to put out this week because I've been getting every time I get home from work, I've been straight tired. I've been going straight to sleep, and then by the time I wake up, it's time to go to work. So today's the because I'm off today, so I don't got to worry about it. But yeah, I'm trying to get out the review for Fear Street. Be on the lookout for Fear Street 1 and 2. I didn't get either one.
Oh, you ain't seen 1?
I seen part 1, but I didn't release my reviews, and I didn't see something. I got to watch part 2. Resident Evil just came out, so I got to try to get that out. I want to talk about this Netflix show that I just watched called The Platform. Like, if you haven't, all of y'all.
Wait, you just watched The Platform?
I just watched The Platform, and I was watching. That was the same day I was. That was the same day I was tripping on mushrooms. So watching The Platform on that shit was. It was good, but it was good. It was good. I loved every single moment because I always say blood, sex, gore, and magic. I love
blood, sex, gore, and magic.
Blood, sex, gore, and magic. Things I love in my product, and that was basically my. I mean, there was really not a lot of sex, but it was pretty much all because even with the magic, because I was like, how the fuck is this happening? Like, but yeah, watch The Platform for you guys. It's definitely a recommendation. It's on Netflix, Spanish subtitles, so I definitely recommend.
Did you guys watch The Hunt on
Yes.
HBO. I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't see that.
It's
It's
amazing.
pretty
I heard
good.
of that one. I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good, y'all. Watch that too. Since you
Yep.
mentioned gore, there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore.
And I saw Aquatch just put up. Did y'all catch Warrior on HBO Max?
No, that's
one of
another
the
one.
Love
That's another one I need
amazing
to watch.
shows.
And the
I
main
love
character
Kung Fu.
from that is in Snake Eyes.
Henry Golden.
Henry Golden.
Yeah,
Henry
no,
Golden.
not Henry Golden. The main character from Warrior is in Snake Eyes with
Okay.
Henry Golden, and he's a martial artist. He's incredible.
Let me see who the main character. I'm about to look at.
He's fine too, Mike. You won't like him.
That's all
But
right.
the thing about Warrior that's incredible is, yes, they're Asians doing kung fu, but they are showing that there is a monolith, that they're not a monolith. Like, there's an Asian character who like grows up in California and he gives off rich boy vibes.
Yeah.
And it was made by Bruce Lee's daughter, and it's so apparent with the kung fu and stuff like that. But also same with The Hunt. So the stunt woman, Scarlett Johansson's stunt woman, does the fight scenes in The Hunt. And there's a fight scene between two women who are actually pretty big actresses. I'm not going to spoil it. And they get busy. It's very reminiscent of that scene we were talking about in Black Widow when they take whatever's around and start fighting. And it's great. It's basically the most dangerous game. If you guys ever read that.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm definitely about to watch freaking Warrior.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Tonight. Look at this. Look.
Woo! Did I say that? Did I not? I said my.
Let me zoom in. I know,
you know what? They do this incredible.
Like, what the? Yeah.
They do this great thing. So they're all speaking in Chinese, but they do this. It's great directing where they show that they're speaking in Chinese, but then they change it so that they're speaking English, right? But it's assumed you're knowing that they're speaking Chinese, and then when these Chinese actors speak to people in English, their English turns into broken English. So they're speaking fluently to each other, and then a white guy comes up and they start broken English, like, oh, because they don't speak English. You're gonna love it. The second season's not as great as the first, but the first one is incredible, and it's a Western too.
And then there's also this animated it's like a Filipino anime that just came out on Netflix called Trece. I heard people say it was good.
About that.
I watched that tonight. Trece.
I heard people say it was good. You said you
wish I with time off to watch.
You said you watched it tonight, or
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
So I'm gonna check that out too and be on the lookout for that. Then also I got a screener for Masters of the Universe. I can't talk about it yet till
you told me that already.
Yeah, till July 23rd. I got it like a month ago, but I have to record my review for that because when the embargo lifts. Yeah, a little bit.
I got a screener.
I
got 2 episodes of Loki first. That's how you sound like.
And Black Widow. I got that Black Widow.
I got the Black Widow. I'm gonna catch up, yo.
And what if hopefully I get What If too. Disney been hitting me up. So but yeah. So be on the lookout. Maybe if I'm not lazy.
Oh, Frankie, I forgot to send you Eve 3. I'll do it tonight.
Okay.
But but guys, thanks for joining the live stream. If you made it if you're watching in a replay, you made it to the end. First of all, thank you. Thank you for making it to the end.
Like somebody.
Yes.
But if you can hit the like button and everything like that, or if you're still watching now, still got 24 people in the stream. If you haven't hit that like button, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, I see you got Facebook likes on here too. Hit the like button, hit the heart button, or if you want to hit the thumbs down button, you can do that too. Shit, I don't give a fuck because it's still engagement. Facebook, yeah, it's still engagement. So give me that engagement for the algorithm. But catch us in a couple days. Ron and I are gonna go live to talk the season finale of Loki.
About how good or bad it was.
Yeah, how good. Hopefully it's good.
How good it's gonna be good.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I'm not sure what day yet because Ron in the schedule. So I don't know. I still don't know. Like, are we going Ron? Let me know right now. We going live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? What day we going live?
I think Wednesday will be a go.
Okay. He said that now. Then Wednesday come up. We're gonna be like, oh no, I gotta do something. But anyway. But be on the lookout for that. If you haven't hit that bell notification button, so when I post the alert, the broadcast, you get that alert so you can pull up for the Loki season finale live. And with that has been the end of this show. Thank you guys for joining me in the Safe Gayven, and we out.